Hey, welcome back, everyone. Um, welcome back to Sending Stone Stories. We are a D&D 5e live stream campaign. It's been 2 weeks since we played. My name is Cora, and as always, I'll be your dungeon master. But the true stars of the show are our fantastic cast of CJ,
The one and only Kobold Hector, an agent of Destiny, a follower of Clothis,
Puny
wizard
Paladin.
who's
Oh,
casting tons of stuff.
I thought you were done. I'm sorry, Hector. Puny Paladin
I'm playing Nikos, a centaur light cleric of Helioid.
and Sup Willy.
Telemachus, the Minotaur Bard.
All right. Unfortunately, Rebecca has decided to step away from the show going forward. We wish her the best of luck, and we'll miss her dearly. But for now, we step once more into our mythical world of Theros for a Geek tragedy. Last episode, our heroes continued to explore the temple in Mount Adranus. They discovered a large statue blocking their path to the area below, and a strange priest of the mechanical drakes for finding various ores. Attempting to avoid the priest and the statue, they circled around to look for a different way below. In other parts of the temple, they found a library filled with old documents, a ransacked forge, and various living quarters where the new residents were residing. Our heroes discovered an oracle named Dionysa, attempting a prophecy related to the heroes themselves. After claiming that the prophecy stated woe would befall her if she hindered their progress, she accompanied the heroes for a short time. Expectantly, she betrayed them as soon as another party was present. After a tough fight, they managed to win out, but Phaedron attempted to sneak past the statue. In a desperate attempt, Phaedron barely made it down the steps and was separated from the group. After licking their wounds, the rest of the party retrieved a special sword from the display case and learned this allowed them to move past the statue without being stopped. We now found our heroes entering the lower levels of the Volcano Temple. And I have forgotten 14 times already tonight to move your tokens down to the other map. I keep thinking I need to do that. I'll do that in a second. I need to do that. I need to do that in a second.
Well, why don't you just do it right now then?
I think I will. I think I will. I don't know where Cass's token is at. Did she die?
By the gods.
Cass did die.
Yeah, Cass died. That's right. To a fire breath attack or something.
Yeah, fire breath attack. Poor Cass. I gotta make my title longer. Make it longer and longer and have each time. Just each session make my title a word longer.
2 to 3 hours is just Hector listing off all the titles he's earned throughout the campaign. Cool. So you guys come down to the bottom of the steps, and in front of you, you are in kind of what the remnants of a former hallway. It looks like the hallway is kind of crushed and broken apart by a lava flow at some point. You see that there are remains of walls here that have kind of been pushed in and cracked and broken and scattered all over the place. Everywhere around you is warm to the touch, and the whole place is kind of stifling hot. You feel warm. The whole air has kind of got this hotness in the back of your throat. So you're in this small cave, and ahead of you, you hear the sound of what would you guys like to do?
Is that a little lantern on the ground?
Yeah. Go ahead and delete
Bruh.
that.
A disappearing lantern.
I was about to pick it up with my mage hand.
You saw a pebble on the ground that was glowing as you came down, and then
yeah.
suddenly the light disappears.
So let me ask you, my friends, what if, just as a, playing devil's advocate for a moment, what if we just turned around and went back? It wouldn't be that bad, right?
I mean, maybe that is our destiny.
To turn around and go back?
No, I'm guessing you aren't saying to go back forever.
Well, I mean, just until the volcanoes exploded.
Oh, no. Not until the volcanoes exploded. That would be against destiny.
I was thinking we could find a place just outside of the radius, watch the fireworks.
No. Didn't that priest say he was going to explode the volcano and raise an army, and that would be very bad?
Well, here's the question, though. What possible army could he build if the volcano has killed them all?
Ones that are immune to fire?
I hadn't thought of that.
Like a lot of the anvil rats that we've encountered so far. Darn those anvil rats.
Well, they've also been immune to my psychic ability.
Mhm.
All right, well, I suppose we should just sneak ahead. How are
Also,
you doing, Cedric?
All right. I think didn't somebody mention at some point that if the volcano exploded this close to the forest, it probably set it on fire?
That would make sense too, Cedric.
The wise voice, I think, said that.
Well, I had forgotten.
I don't know what to expect from the radius of a volcano explosion. I know we had to go through what plains to get here, but maybe it would reach the forest.
also the last dream I had was it was pretty clear that the clock is ticking. I don't think we can wait.
You had a dream?
Cedric, you don't dream?
I mean, I dream, but I don't typically get meaning out of my dreams. I'm confused by what he means by that.
Oh yeah, omens. The gods send omens sometimes in dreams, sometimes in I don't know, little forest animals, sometimes in white flowers. We've seen flowers as omens.
He gets a little wide-eyed at that, and he goes, "Gods talk to you?"
Cedric, you've been with us long enough to know to see them yourself.
I mean, we've met a turtle.
And that turtle was huge.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not the gods. That's a turtle. He's a turtle.
Well, how about seeing a second me? You remember that?
I mean, that was a magical mirror. That doesn't necessarily mean the gods are talking to you. And
But that magical mirror was in the cave of Clothis,
yeah, but
where
I'm not saying the gods don't exist. I mean, I can see them up there. I'm saying they don't talk to me.
okay.
It's kind of crazy that you guys are just chatting to the gods, talking to them, or that they care about you.
Oh, they care about you too, Cedric.
I doubt it.
But only if you're following your destiny.
Yeah, only if you're following your destiny. Well, that's for Clothis. The other ones sometimes like you to go against destiny. Ugh. I like stare at. I stare at Nikos.
There is no fate but what we make.
Well, in any case, that sound up ahead is a little disconcerting. What do you think? Is Cass around?
She took a break.
Damned good time to take a break.
Mm-hmm. I mean, didn't you see her cooked alive?
I must have been looking the other way.
Oh, that's good. It was a tragic sight.
She doesn't just poof into a burst of smoke when she dies?
Oh, I mean, she does, but she was cooked.
I guess it's a question of degrees.
Mm-hmm. So,
Well, I suppose that I'm the most stealthy. Well, are you fairly stealthy there, Hector?
not really. Like, I mean, the most stealthy I've had to be is walking around a library quietly, so that you don't wake up the librarians.
Seems like that would be a hard thing to do.
Mm-hmm. I've toppled books over, and they still are asleep. You should see them sometimes.
All right, well, I suppose it's up to me then. I'd like to move ahead like 45 feet and see if I can see anything or hear anything.
You have dark vision, right?
Nope.
It's actually pretty dark down here. Nikos can cast light. Do you want to have light cast, or how would you?
I was just checking to see if I have I do have a lamp. I don't know if that's a regular lamp or a bullnose or whatever.
Oh, it looks like you lit it at some point too, because you have bright and low light on your character.
I think I turned on a torch at some point, but as I'm looking at the equipment now, I've got a lamp. Would that be the kind of lamp where you can open up the shutter and just put it a little bit ahead of you?
I think that would be a hooded lantern.
Bullseye. Hooded.
Oh, hooded,
bullseye.
that's the one. Yeah, so I don't have that kind. Um, I'll use the regular lamp and put my arm around it to try to block some of the light.
So you're trying to block some of the light as you move forward. Go ahead and take a few steps then. As you come around the corner, you're kind of like trying to block this light. The gets a little louder. You kind of peek the light around. You could just see the faint image of these 4 little gremlin-like creatures are standing over the mostly eaten body of a goat at this point. You see there's lots of like char and hot marks around it. You see little flames are flickering off the top of their body here and there. All that remains mostly of the goat is just a skeleton that's been picked clean and kind of scattered around. You see the horns are kind of gleaming on the ground. 3 of them are definitely on fire, and the last one kind of looks, he's definitely bright red and very similar, but he's a little hunched over more. And he sounds more like he's mimicking than the other 3, than he's making this, instead of making the same sounds.
Okay, that's weird. But even though you've described this as a very strange situation, the thing I'm fixated on is there's a goat down here. I'm not trying to figure why is that. Okay, so I'm gonna back up and tell the other guys what I saw.
That's weird.
Why is there a goat down here?
Why is there a goat down here? Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna eat the goat.
It sounds like they've already eaten it.
Are they in the way, or can we sneak past them?
I wasn't able to see farther than them. I just know that I imagine them to be a threat. Although one of them was sort of mimicking the others. Sort of strange. Have you ever heard of any of this before? Either of you?
I'm not too smart about animals, but maybe.
Well, I don't think they're animals. I think they might be of an element of some kind.
Oh. Then I might have read about them more so than normal.
Little men made out of magma.
Would that be like a history or religion or something check?
Give me a nature check.
Nature, got it.
There are
11.
Definitely stories of certain elementals that kind of accidentally get bound on the plane to get created. They're basically little men made of magma. They're usually pretty angry and they don't like to be bothered.
Like maybe like sort of bound to the spirit of the volcano or something like that.
Yeah. You know, maybe if we just don't pay attention to them, maybe they don't pay attention to us. Let's not bother them.
And maybe we could distract them in some way.
I might be able to talk to them. I think I know their language.
Oh, okay, but all right. Are you?
But I'm not saying we need to talk to them. We can just maybe slip by.
Well, I have a feeling if we try to sneak by them, that they won't be very interested in talking at that point. What would we? Let's role play it out a little bit. What would you say to a magma man? Here, I'll play the role of the magman.
Hey, that's rude. I can understand that.
I don't know. You've lost me.
Well, what would you? Who would you say you are, and what would you say your purpose here is?
That we're looking for the sun artifact. It's probably
no.
It's probably going down into the heart of the volcano. We're on our way to the heart of the volcano, right? It's got to be where it's probably where you put the thing to like make it erupt, right? Put it down in there.
Right, but aren't we assuming? Well, is it fair to assume that they would like for that to happen?
So we just go like, "Hello, fellow magma little things. We're here to inspect the second sun."
Hello, fellow teenagers.
We are, worshippers of he- well, Perforos, and here to inspect the second sun, make sure it's operational. Prepared to go into the volcano, cause it erupt. Yes, yes, us.
Did any of us pick up a Perforos-y symbol from the dead people we've been killing?
I don't remember you
We have a
specifically
sword.
saying you do. You have the gold ring from Goldhorns.
Yes.
And the sword of Perforos, right? Or
Yes.
the
The short sword with Perforos's constellation on it.
So we have a few things that we could use to sort of try to convince them that we're on their side, and perhaps they let us pass.
So we're on our way down to the heart of the volcano, and just
Mhm.
Goldhorn sent us.
yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
And here's the ring. He gave us this ring as a passage, a token of passage.
but he didn't give us directions. Would you mind pointing the way?
He was very busy
Yes.
preparing the hordes.
Mhm.
And he had to fight a group of adventurers that came through. It was a very busy time.
It's crazy.
I mean, this
Who
seems
would've-
very
who would've
solid.
All praise to Perforos.
All praise to Perforos.
So we're inspectors.
Mm-hmm.
Hector, Nikos, how would you say all praise to Perforos in Primordial?
Geez, all right. And all praise to Perforos.
I want to practice that.
Did you have to make him feel uncomfortable? You could ask me.
Well, you didn't volunteer the fact that you could speak their language.
Well, that's why I was saying it was rude about you speaking blah 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 blah. Because I understood it.
All right. Well, I don't think we have any better choices.
See, now Hector, you look like a fire inspector.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe they've never seen him before, and they've probably never seen you before.
I am like a lizard almost, and lizard is kind of like fire. I'm blue though, so that's a little not fire.
Well, when fire gets really hot, it's blue, right? So
Yeah. That's a good one.
Maybe I
like
could hit you with a minor illusion that makes you look like you're a flame,
That would be cool.
or at least a glowing eyes or something.
If we really, well, no, I wouldn't want to light myself on fire. That would be a bad idea. Okay. I'm ready.
Mac, you gonna minor illusion him? Hector, you have a little fire coming off of your back now.
Yes.
Go ahead and step forward, guys. Stay back here. Don't speak primordial. You see one of them turns up and looks at you.
Why, hello, fellow magmen. I'm just crossing, inspecting the second sun. Yes, praise be to Perforos.
Turns, it's like eyeing you out of the side of its eye while it eats the goat. No food for you.
Yes, no food for me.
Ours.
Have a good day.
We took this goat from outside.
Oh, that's how you got the goat. Cedric, praise be to Perforos. Come on.
Praise be to Perforos.
Praise be to Perforos.
As soon as you get far enough away, they just completely ignore you at that point.
That was too
I
easy.
hope this is the way. Praise be to Perforos. That's a red door.
Yep. So you guys come around the corner here, and you see there is a large double door set here, covered in basalt. On the front entrance to the door are two. I made this up on the spot, and I didn't go back and check. I think it was two dragons pointing at each other and spraying fire at one another. If not, it is now retconned.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
I still haven't seen dragons yet in this life.
Is
I
that
can't wait.
if you had multiple lives?
I mean, maybe. I don't know how it works. I mean, I was created, right? So I was created out of this, like, star stuff. And this, like, star stuff made me. So I'm guessing when I die, I go back to star stuff, right? And then maybe that's used again to make another Hector.
Okay.
Hector 2.0.
So which one are you, like Hector 6.3 or
I think so.
2.4? That's how high you are, tall you are, right?
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Each life he gets a little taller.
He was just a gecko a few hundred lives ago.
One day he'll be a real dragonborn.
I'm glad you think I'm 2'4". In reality, I'm 2'3", so getting that extra inch feels like good. You know, it's like, yeah, I'm 2'4".
That tracks with every short person I've ever known.
I resemble that remark. All right. What are we going to do about this door? Let's spend 6 hours talking about it.
Have you tried
Maybe if
opening
we pose as the dragons.
A minor illusion of a door opening?
You minor illusion a door opening. Behind it, you see a real door is still shut.
The sound of a door opening.
You minor illusion the sound of a door opening. But you don't see a door anywhere opening. Very spooky.
Are there any cracks around the door where we could look through?
Yeah, sure. I'd say the door's fairly crumbled, kind of busted and like a little loose. It is dark on the other side. It's kind of hard. So Hector would probably be able to look through because he has dark vision.
I'll like go to the floor and kind of try to peek through.
You're like peeking through. Give me a perception check.
Okay. And not persuasion. 13.
You see a hallway of kinds. You see there's kind of like these flat stones stretching out in front of you. Definitely not like the rough rock you're walking on top of right now. And you kind of see the faint outline of a doorway directly ahead of you, like another doorway at the end of the other side of the hallway.
I guess I'll open this one. If there's another doorway right in the way.
We need to get down and inspect those fires.
Mm-hmm.
You pull open the door. How does it do that? I have to move dynamic lighting doors twice before they ever open. Directly across from you, you see another doorway, and you find yourselves in a hallway that's kind of curving around. You see it's got this kind of like circular shape to it as it's curving as you look down. Off to your right, you see that the hallway is broken and crashed. You see it's kind of hanging out into the open air. There's a larger cavern where it's exposed to. You can kind of see the edge of the cavern, but it's just outside of the range of your dark vision here. And then it's another small doorway directly in front of you.
I kind of want to see over the edge.
Yeah.
Kind of start walking that way.
Yeah, absolutely. As you come over to the edge, you see the sound of like rocks kind of falling below you as you step on it. A little perilously, you could tell it's pretty broken down. Directly below you, you see the remains of whatever this hallway was. It's kind of stacked up. There's these almost pseudo steps you could kind of jump down to get below. The cavern ahead of you is 30 feet down and another 20 feet up, so it's about 50 feet high total. You see there is the edges of another room kind of off to your left over here, as well as this kind of lava flow cavern, very similar to the one you just exited, without any of the remains have kind of broken its way through whatever this hallway you're in now at some point.
Okay. Well, I just kind of wanted to see. Cedric, don't get lost.
I'm not gonna get lost.
Okay, don't get picked off.
Okay.
So this door to the left, it looks like a circle.
Well, if there's if this temple has been any sort of shown a pattern, there have been people guarding the important doors. We haven't really noticed any scouts, but if I were to set one, I'd want them to be walking up and down this circular pathway. Maybe we should find a door that we could sneak into if we needed to.
So this one.
On the other hand, it could be the door that heads straight to the goat and we all die.
This, right? I would put it at the middle, and if this is a circle, then that would lead to the middle.
Yeah.
Either way, it's where we want to go.
Go ahead.
No, not me. Go ahead.
All over. Nikos will open the door.
Gotta move it twice. It's really annoying. Hate it. New dynamic lighting, everyone. You open it up, and inside you see there is a pillared room. The pillars are kind of holding up this almost crumbling, breaking down ceiling. Off to the right, you can see light is shining into this room, illuminating it somehow from another pathway.
Oh, yeah.
As you get closer, you see the faint orange glow of lava coming in.
You guys think it's about time to drink our potions?
That's a good idea.
It's just, it only lasts for I don't know how long, so we don't want to waste it.
Do we drink now? He's like holding up his potion. Drink? He pops
gonna
off
wait.
the top.
Oh, put it back on.
He puts it back on. Puts it back on his waist. So you see there's two doors. There's one right in front of where Mac is, another one across the way. Nikos, as you come around here, you see that the hallway here kind of leads to another broken bridge that is entered into a very large chamber, quite massive, in fact. Heat is really radiating out of this hallway, and you can see the orange glow of lava all over it. You actually immediately start sweating.
Yeah, the fire resist potion sounds like a good idea, because I whisper to Hector, I think I see the goat creature. It's over there.
As
Okay,
you're kind
okay,
of
good
looking
time.
ahead of you, across the broken bridge, standing on top, a stone platform with 4 small staircases leading up to it, is a bronze, rose gold statue. A goat monster, large metallic wings. You see he's shining incredibly brightly, radiating this entire room, causing bright light to be filled through here. He stands motionless in the center of this platform.
Yeah, I think it's a good time.
Yo, drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He pops it off.
Hello, lady.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Is it doing anything?
I don't feel as hot.
No, I mean the goat. The creature.
Oh. Nikos, does it do anything?
I don't feel like that heat feels so bad anymore.
No, what I'm asking, I'm a bit concerned that we are not up to the task of fighting this thing. We never found the arrow that Phaedron's god had given us originally. And we haven't explored this place. Maybe there's something here we could use against it.
Oh, the goat creature. No, it's just standing there looking pretty.
Menacingly.
So we go around the complex first, looking for any advantage.
But not more than 20 minutes.
Okay.
Because we need time to get back.
I like that.
What's up this way, Mac?
Another door. I'd like to listen at it.
Give me a perception check.
19.
You can hear the sounds of gurgling lava behind you and a little bit coming from the other side of the door, but you don't hear anything else.
Okay. Hector, why don't you try your mage hand that you mentioned you had?
Mm-hmm. On this door? Of course.
Aye.
Let me drink my potion first, though.
I'll drink mine as well.
Yeah. Glug, glug, glug. Oh, wait. I think I took enough for like 2 people. Oh, it has to like chug the rest. It's kobold size. And I'll try to mage hand open the door.
You send your mage hand out. You hear the sound of like sizzling heat as you pull open the door. You come up to a small balcony. You see there's a couple more pillars on either side of the doors. The far corner of this room, which wasn't initially a balcony, is broken off and overlooks the lava below. Heat is kind of pouring in here as you can see that the lava kind of rises up a little higher during this part.
Oh man, that looks hot.
Yeah, don't. He's like peeking over the edge. Hey, don't fall in that. I don't think these potions are gonna help us there.
I agree.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, well, nothing to see here.
No.
I see another pair of not as nice double doors. These are more plain, very similar to the 2 you just opened.
I'd like to reach out and just touch to see if it's cool to the touch.
Yeah, it's warm, but it's not hot.
Okay. Are you all ready?
Ready as ever.
Opens the door.
I hate that I gotta move it twice. It really disrupts the flow. You come into a storage room. Inside the storage room, you see there's quite a lot of rusted ammunition and weapons just kind of all over the place. You see these scorched crates, and everything is covered in dust. There are no other exits here.
This is pretty empty for a temple.
Is there any... You said there was dust on the floor. Is there any signs of tracks?
Give me a survival check.
14.
No. So you look around, you don't see any tracks at all. Everything looks really fresh. I mean, you're kicking up dust clouds every step you take. You see this very clear marks where you've walked and Nikos and Hector have walked. Everything else is kind of just covered in this real thin, perfect layer of dust, like it hasn't been touched in decades or centuries.
All right. And this is just an alcove over here?
Yeah, it's part of the map where it's broken. It was connected to the circle bridge there.
Oh, that's the room we saw into earlier.
Yeah.
Yep, probably.
Just standing there,
Oh, why hello.
menacingly.
North we go.
North we go.
You come to another part where the circular area is broken and there's a cave in here. It's kind of collapsed the tunnel ahead. You don't see any way around it. The whole place is kind of crushed and broken. There's another small room to your left.
Kind of just points that way. Starts walking.
You enter it in. This is some kind of stairwell leading downwards a bit more. Along these walls here, you see there are various frescoes of Perforos and smiths who are working on anvils and creating weapons and just kind of covering all the walls here.
What's in here?
You see at the end of that is a statue to some priest of the temple.
Ah. Well, it didn't come alive and attack me, so that's good.
Well, it seems that we are above the creature currently. I suppose we need to go downstairs no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Passageway here.
Way.
And then a large room.
You see ahead of you is a circular room. Within the circular room, you see there are 4 statues, each of a knight wearing armor, staring at each other from the intercardinal directions.
Statues have never been our friends.
How about we just go around? Oh,
Clink, clink, clink.
Sorry.
The statue right next to Mac kind of turns and rips its head towards Mac.
Raise
Steps
the,
forward.
the Perforosi sword.
It sets its foot back. Puts its arm back in socket. You see that the swords that are kind of in the hands of the statues had also started. The other 3 statues also kind of started moving a little bit before they settle back down.
that was close.
Quick thinking, Mac.
Aye, well, that's what I'm here for. That and witty banter.
Just gonna go around them.
Mac's the comic relief.
All right, well, let's open this door too.
You open the door. Inside, you see that there is a circular bench surrounding a tall pillar, a really thick pillar. It's kind of going up to the ceiling. It's just this bench that wraps around the edge of it, about a foot or 2 off the ground for people to sit on. Directly across the way, you see there is another door.
I've heard of places like this. There'd be rooms where people can have discussions on deep philosophical matters.
As you come in, you see the walls are decorated with motifs of Perforos and the volcano. Each of the motif is kind of lined with bronze, and it's held up remarkably well despite its age. The room is filled with ash, and then the bronze filaments kind of shine through that black ash still. Off the reflection from your light, your lamp.
All right. Does it seem like ash? Like, is it fine ash?
It's a mix. There's you could definitely tell that there is some fine ash here, and as you're kind of digging through, you see that there's definitely some newer ash as well, like thicker flakes that have kind of accumulated towards the top of everything.
Are there any holes or cracks in the ceiling?
Give me a perception check.
It's a 22.
Yeah, you definitely see, especially towards the side where you know the lava is. You definitely see there's a few like cracks and rips of where the lava's light's kind of poking through just a little bit. And above you see there's like these fissures and cracks that have broken through the ceiling a bit. They're not significantly so. It's not as bad as the hallway that you'd exited before, or the room you'd first entered with the magman. But you definitely see that there's been some movement in the earth at some point that's caused like these thick cracks to kind of run through and lead up higher into the mountain.
Praise be to Perforos. And I open this door.
What does all that mean there, Mac, about the ash?
I was just wondering if it was byproduct of human immolation.
Oh man, that would be terrifying.
You come into a room that has 3 platforms and staircases leading up to each platform. On each platform, you see a large statue of a different beast. On the northwest platform, you see a large mechanical-looking wolf. It is very pristinely made. It's made of interlacing clockwork, so these bronze plates kind of covering its back, and it's standing there in a howl. On the northeast statue, you see a lion. The lion has these bronze plates that are kind of laying over one another like shingles, and it looks like it's looking down upon the observer with an agape mouth as if roaring. And the southern statue is of a warhorse. The warhorse is covered in interlocking plates that are exposing clockworks underneath its legs, and is wheeling back on its hind legs as it rears back.
Hector,
Uh-huh.
with the book that you found about the ancient automatons, is it possible we could make use of these somehow?
That one was specifically about the raptors, but maybe there's like like maybe there's like some way to command them. As I like start trying to look through the book again to see like maybe if there's any keywords that pop out to him, but
Sure. Give me a investigation check.
that's a 25.
So you find it pretty early on. It was involving like the creation of anvil rots and who they obey and whatever. So what you see pretty early on is that anvil rots will almost always obey the orders of those who create them, those who breathe life into them. Anvil rots, while being beasts, they are actually alive. They've had kind of like the life of Nyx to breathe into them. It causes them to allow to be moved. They always obey the orders of those that creates them, as well as whoever the creator orders them to follow. I mean, it might be possible to convince one to follow you after the creator dies, because they do have feelings. They can learn to trust. They can learn to care. So they can attach to somebody else and that can be their new masters.
Do we know whether anvil rots go into hibernation in that sort of case, or are these not even anvil rots?
Yeah, this like state of them just being completely still.
Aye. I'd like to walk up to the platform and look for any kind of inscription.
Yeah, there's a plaque right in the very front of it. This is the horse statue. It says in common, forged by the Carbon Metalworkers Guild, gifted to the temple as homage to Perforos.
Have we ever heard of that metalworking guild?
Give me a history check.
That's a 6.
You've never heard of this metalworking guild.
Cedric, how'd you like to ride that warhorse into battle, huh?
I don't think it'll follow his commands.
Well, I know. I'm just speculating.
Well, what if it has a steering mechanism of some kind? Does it have a key?
You look around for a key. Give me a perception check.
An ignition switch. Perception is a 17.
You're kind of looking around. You don't see anywhere to put a key in or a... Wait, what's that? You find a secret compartment behind the horse statue.
Well, look at this, fellas. I found a secret compartment behind the horse statue.
Oh, that's convenient.
That's a result of my excellent perception skills.
Watch out when you're standing behind the horse.
I don't want to be kicked by it. I'll climb up on top of the horse's back and let the other guys check out the secret compartment.
Okay, you climb up on top of the horse's back and kind of sit up straight. You look like what's that? The Piazza dei Vittori in Rome.
I'm not familiar with that.
Anybody know what I'm talking about?
No. Is there someone sitting backwards on a horse there?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah,
Makes sense then.
We get the reference now.
Nikos will maybe feels not so uncomfortable standing at the hind end of a horse and will examine that secret compartment. Open it up.
Yeah, you open it up and you kind of. It doesn't want to come at first. You yank a little harder. It kind of comes out as it's jammed a bit. Inside of it, you see a single key sits there.
Did you find a slot for that key up there, Mac? I hold it up.
Well, I see a number of slots. Do I see a slot for a key?
You look around pretty thoroughly. You don't see a slot. This thing is mostly made of clockworks. It has these kind of plates that are holding it up. The clockworks are underneath by like the base of its legs, whereas its back is kind of covered in these plates, and that's what you're sitting on. You don't see a keyhole or anything like that on the horse.
Maybe we need to wind it up. It's clockwork. Is it like one of those keys, like a key for winding up a clock or something? Or is a key like for opening a door?
It's a key for like opening a door.
I was about to say, is it like the same metal as the clock or of the horse, or different?
It is bronze, yes, just like the horse.
Okay.
Piazza
Maybe.
del Campidigilo.
Ah, yes, yes, that one.
Oh, yeah, that one, of course, yes.
The Piazza di Victoria is a different one.
That's why we didn't get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
yeah, we
that's
had
the
it.
reason.
I'd like to lean forward into the horse's ear and whisper, "Hello, computer."
Is that a name you're naming a computer?
It's a Star Trek reference, sorry.
I don't get Star Trek references. I don't get it. I'm sorry.
So no key slot?
I wasn't able to find one. Maybe there's one on the lion or the wolf.
Yeah, or a secret compartment. I'm gonna check out the wolf because pack tactics. Is this the wolf or the lion?
Wolf is northwest. That's the lion.
Okay, turning it around. I'm gonna go behind it and check for some compartments for a key.
Okay, the plaque on the wolf statue says, forged by Servius the Flame, gifted to the temple upon his death. Give me a perception check.
Look around, perception, and roll an 8.
You do not find a compartment.
Nothing on this one. I go ride it anyways.
You jump on the back of this thing. Oh, ooh, you've got clockworks poking inside of your legs. It doesn't have nice plates like the horse one did.
Okay, I'll get off of that. That's not fun. Nope, no compartments on this one.
All right, well, let's check together for the next one.
Give me a perception check with advantage. I assume one of you's helping then.
It's a 16.
And yes, you do find another hidden compartment on the back of the statue.
Does the key look similar? Or is there a key?
Do you open it?
Or a keyhole?
Oh, no, keyhole. You don't see a keyhole.
Oh.
Okay. I interrupted you. What did you say there was in the compartment?
I asked if you were opening it.
Yes.
Okay. So you open it, and inside you see a small mini statue of a golden lion.
Does it have a keyhole?
Flip it up and down. No, looks pretty solid. Kind of like a like handheld sized little golden lion.
That's cool. I wonder how much it sells for.
You're a wizard, and your first thought is, what does it sell for?
You know how much spell components cost?
But what if it's able to do spells on its own?
Oh, well, then we wouldn't sell it.
Do you have any way of figuring that out?
I mean, yes, but not when we're on a time clock. Time clock. See, because all the clockwork.
All right, I'll take it and put it into a pouch for now.
Okay. You have a little golden statue of a lion.
That's weird. Why did the wolf not have one?
Did you search thoroughly?
Yes! Yes, I did, Cedric.
Did you look high? You're not very tall. You want me to look high? He comes in here.
Yeah.
He looks around the top of the statue.
I'll help you with that, Cedric.
Yeah. Let's.
I mean, never did have a mom to check for me, so maybe.
I thought
maybe
Colossus was your
Cedric.
mom.
Well, she's my creator.
Give me a perception
I,
check.
I
on
never
it.
had family.
I'll be your family.
No, Cedric,
He comes
you
out.
already are.
Like, give me a hug. He pulls you in close for a hug.
Oh,
Little
you're
brother.
sweaty. Oh, he's sweaty.
Oh, you got it, Nikos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nikos, you find a little hidden compartment in the back of the statue. In the exact
Yeah,
same place as the other two.
Yeah. See, I don't think you saw where the hidden compartments are, so you didn't know what you were looking for there, Hector. I'll open it up.
It's okay,
It's
buddy.
too high.
You didn't have a mom. You open it up and it's empty.
Okay.
Empty. That breaks the rule of symmetry.
I
Maybe
totally didn't take anything.
Maybe someone got to it before us.
I'm going to put the lion statue into that compartment.
Okay. You place it in there, and when you do, nothing happens.
I close the door.
You close the compartment.
Hmm.
You close it.
I open it again.
When you open it, the compartment's empty.
You say it was empty?
It's empty.
I reach my arm in to see if there's anything invisible in the compartment.
Give me an investigation check.
6.
You don't find anything.
Take a silver coin and throw it into the compartment and close the door.
Okay.
And then open it again.
You see a silver coin sitting in the compartment.
What if? Oh, Nikos is going to go look in the lion's compartment. Maybe.
Yeah, see if
maybe
it's there
a trick,
again.
And it showed up over there.
What are you guys running around about?
Nikos, you open the compartment and you see his little tiny golden lion sitting in the compartment.
Hey! I'll put a silver coin in here and then close the door and see if it shows up on the other side.
You open it up. The lion's compartment is empty.
Hey! Take a look.
I go
Matt.
look for the silver.
You open the compartment behind the wolf, and there are 2 silver coins in it.
We got
It's
a
like
little.
you guys have never seen teleportation before.
That's true.
Oh,
It's also not very useful in this particular case. I take
Well,
out the
yeah.
silver coin. I hand one back to Nikos.
Okay, you hand it to Nikos, and suddenly they both teleport out of your hand. Feek!
Oh, that was a good trick, Mac. Do it again. Bring it back.
I go look in the compartment.
You see 2 silver coins in the compartment.
That wolf is a tricky one.
Who has the gold lion right now?
Nikos.
Hand it to me.
Oh, sure. Oh, there you are. Yeah, have it.
Do I still have it?
Yeah. You still have a golden lion.
Well, I have no idea what's going on here now. I was thinking perhaps that the items were tied or locked to their compartments and that they couldn't travel far. But I'm going to hold on to this lion and see if it stays in my pocket for a while.
Okay.
You do that.
Anything else you want to do in this room?
We have a key and a lion and 2 fewer silver coins. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, the plaque on the front of the lion statue says, "Forged by Vita the Mother, created within the temple."
I did have a thought. What if we told the statues that Vita the mother said they ought to help us?
Vita the Mother says you will help us.
Something like yeah.
Make you an offer you cannot refuse.
You'll be sleeping in the forges if you don't.
Take the sword, leave the cannoli. Okay, so let's try that, Nikos. Talk to the statues
Um,
in Primordial.
okay, yeah, I'm primordial. Does the what does it say? Just created by Vita.
Forged by Vita the Mother, created within the temple. This is it in common.
Yeah, I figure most people would know common, so that's probably how the creator would or create the statue to expect commands in common. Lion Amblerot, Vita the Mother asked us to get your help.
As you say Vita the Mother, it lets out a roar. Puts its feet down and like bows its head again, and then stops moving.
Yeah, easy there, boy. Easy. What do you say? You up for some action? Is it frozen?
It is frozen.
Is it like a Disney animatronic where it just reset itself?
It's a little bit different position, but it's very similar, yes.
Try it again.
Mr. Lion, Vita the Mother wants you to help us.
So when you say Vita the Mother, it once again lets out a roar before repositioning itself.
I'm going to go to the wolf statue and say whatever it
That one was forged by Service the
says
Flame.
on it.
So you say Service the Flame, and it goes.
Say again?
"Ooh," and it continues howling, or it continues back to the position of what it was howling before.
All right, I think I have a better understanding now.
They animate when you say their creator? Briefly?
And that's all they do.
Well, that's good. I don't want to have to, like, fight them, because they look big.
Just a little demo, right? Of like put it on a show for anyone who would come down here.
Precisely. Shows the skill of the builder, but nothing more.
It's now-
Well,
now been about 20 minutes since you drank your potions.
well, check the store and then go, or what do you think?
Aye.
Because down this way is probably towards Goat anyways, right? So
Right.
open it up.
The door is locked.
Does it have a keyhole?
Does it have a keyhole?
Yes.
I shoved the lion in it.
The lion, tink, 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 it like bounces off the hole of the keyhole. It's too big.
I have a key that might fit. I hand it to. Well, I'll just go try it.
Go for it.
You put the key in there and click, it unlocks.
And Mac, did you hear anything on the other side of the store?
I didn't listen to it.
I'll
I didn't either.
listen.
Give me a perception check.
16.
You do not hear anything on the other side of the door.
I'll open the door.
as you open the door, you see a sheen of like magical energy kind of dissipates, kind of like floats away. And the door goes, it opens up just fine.
Ooh.
Ahead of you, you see what looks like a workshop of some kind. The room is filled with various files, hammers. You see there's large cauldrons kind of all over the area. You see weapon racks, armor stands, that kind of contain rusty armor all over the place.
In we go.
As you guys step there, you hear coming from a couple of the barrels near you.
Okay, stepping away from the barrels.
Are the barrels labeled?
You see that there was labels on there at some point, but the ink is whatever is written on it is kind of like faded away, and it's just kind of blank and dirty and covered in ash now.
And does it sound like anything I've ever heard before, like magic or fire or water moving?
Give me. I'm gonna check what this be. An intelligence check of some kind.
Okay.
Nature.
Nature? Yeah.
Sure.
A 12?
You hear scratching. You kind of recognize it as like scratching, like.
That's
Could be
ominous.
could be ominous, or it could be something that we are here to rescue.
Yeah, maybe it is our destiny to rescue it.
I walk up to the barrel and say to it, "Hello in there."
The top blows off of the barrel, and two bronze sables come pouring out, teeth bared at you. I'm gonna go ahead and roll initiative here.
Yes, we're saving them.
In the name of Perforos. That's a natural one.
Yeah, I rolled a 5. Not much better.
18.
Oh, I gotta roll for Cedric too. Ah! He was frightened by it. He just terrified. Okay, Cedric got a 5. So that is one of the bronze sables first. As he leaps out to your face. Mac, he's gonna take a couple bite attacks against you. With advantage. 23 and 23 to hit for 16 piercing as he immediately bites into your shoulder. You're like distracted by the other sable who's right next to him, who's kind of like trying to get in close to you and trying to like push him away. They have pack tactics. That'll be its turn. Nikos, you see this bronze weasel just leaped out of this barrel onto the Mac and now it's like hanging onto his neck and biting into it.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up next to it and next to the two of them and cast a word of radiance.
Okay. You get to choose the targets for that, right?
Yeah. Well, right. I can hit both of them with it.
Yep. And they both fail with a 6 and a 4, taking 1 radiant damage. Ying! A little light comes out of you and sears them just a little bit.
Okay, that's all.
Okay. The other one, it's going to come towards you, Nikos, and just try to bite your face with advantage. That's a 14 and a 22 to hit. The 22 will hit you for 10 piercing damage as it bites your face. You got like a big chunk of your cheek has been taken out a little bit. Cedric goes, and he runs up and he goes, not today, idiots. And then he's going to longsword this one twice. It's a 20 and a 19 to hit, which will both hit for 12 slashing damage. You see he kind of cuts into the bronze of these things, shing, shing, putting 2 slash marks to the side of it. You see the clicking tick, clockworks inside, chick, 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 as he exposes the side of it. Hector.
Yeah, he does this little pinch with his hands as he's trying to like fold the metal to make it not work as well. He's doing sapping sting.
Okay.
So it's a con save. The one that Cedric just hit.
Okay. It rolls a nat 1-3, so it definitely fails. It gets knocked prone, yeah?
Yes, knocked prone and takes 4 necrotic damage.
You see the bronze sable kind of like gets crushed a bit as you kind of sap the life out of it from necrotic energy. It falls to the ground. It's on its back, like hind legs kicking in the air now.
Hit it while it's down. That's my turn.
Okay. Mac.
You don't have to tell me twice. He's gonna try to swing down with a short sword and the other short sword.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say you're using your +1 short sword. Yeah, 25 will hit.
And a 23.
Yeah, dealing 11 piercing as you stab right into the belly of this thing. Choo, choo, put 2 holes into it. You hear some of the clockworks break inside of it. It's not moving nearly as well. This thing looks like it's barely staying together.
And then backs up. End of turn.
Wait, did you do those on 2 different attacks? Or...
Oh, good point. He's gonna stay there.
Okay. Cool. The one that already attacked you is going to try and do it again. An 8 will miss you. I think a 16 hits, right?
Yep.
16 will hit you for 9 piercing as it finally gets underneath and now it's biting the back of your calf. You're like, get off of me. Nikos. The one on the ground that's upside down is looking real bad.
I'm gonna grab my mace and hit the one on the ground.
Okay.
23.
And with a crit, you bash that mole's head and poof, crushing it flat. It immediately stops moving as it is dead.
Okay, that's all.
Okay. He is dead, so Cedric goes, and he kicks the body. Then he's going to come over here and he's going to attack the other one then. 18 will hit, but a 14 will miss as Cedric slashes across the side of this thing, dealing 4 slashing damage to it. Hector.
Well, it worked so well last time, so he's gonna pinch again and cast Sapping Sting. Con save.
Okay. And it fails. This one also flips on its back. It's like twitching a little bit as you take deal 3 necrotic damage to it.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
I love that cantrip. Mac.
All right, here we go again. A couple of sword attacks.
Okay.
With advantage, 14 and 13.
Both of those will miss. You're kind of bleeding a lot now, Mac, because you've just been taking 3 bites to the neck and another one to the back of the leg. You're kind of not seeing straight as you just stab down, miss. This thing is kind of thrashing around on the ground.
And this time I really am getting out of there.
Okay. This is the room where the weapon racks, where you see that this curved area here just has swords and maces and daggers, all various degrees of okay looking and rusty, and just armor stands of like broken up chainmail and bits of rusty plate here and there. You can tell that the craftsmanship was fine at some point, but all this has been abandoned for a millennia. Okay, that is the sable's turn as it flips back on its back, and it's going to attack Cedric. 18 will hit Cedric for 11 piercing as he bites Cedric's arm, and you see he takes a big chunk out of Cedric's arm here. Cedric's looking about half health now. But that is his turn. Nikos.
Mace worked good. I'm gonna swing with the mace again. And a 4, a natural 1.
Natural 1 will miss. As you zink onto the barrel, it's hiding like behind the barrel that it bursts out of now, and you bash the side of the barrel in a little bit to try and get closer to it.
Okay, that's all.
Yep. Cedric is going to take 2 longsword attacks against it. Wow, Cedric's rolling really well today. That's a 20 and a 13. The 13 will miss, but the 20 will hit for 10 slashing. As he slashes across the side of this thing, and he goes, "Damn rats!" Hector. Hector?
I was muted. Yes, I cast Sapling Sting, possibly for 1 damage if it fails.
It does. These things are just not passing their con saves today. It takes 1 necrotic damage and flips on its back.
Stay down! Okay.
It is leaking oil all over the place at the moment.
It's gonna explode!
Mac.
All right, Mac runs back forward and tries to slash at it with advantage again. An 18 and 18.
Yeah, both of those will hit. And that's exactly its health as you stab, shink right into its neck. Its head's like flipping backwards now, and then you stab once more into the top of its head as its head cracks in half, and then it finally stops moving onto the ground. That we're out of initiative.
Well, if it was so easy for them to get out of the barrel, why didn't they get out earlier? Why did they wait for me?
To bite you.
Move the
It
probably.
was their destiny to bite you.
But I'm carrying the sword. They just attack anybody that opens it, walks next to the barrel.
I guess they're hungry.
Is there anything in the barrel?
You look inside the barrel, and you see lots of clawing and scratching marks in there, and some like teeth marks and stuff. But otherwise, it is filled with oil, and well, not filled. There's like a thin, like 1-inch layer of oil at the bottom.
They've been relieving themselves.
Hector, you enter into another room filled with weapon racks. Various weapons and armor pieces are hanging off the racks in here. You see many of them are actually kind of rough and in need of refining. They're kind of like unshaped bars and stuff. You see there are shields hanging on the walls as well.
Any like cool looking material ones, or are they all just like metal?
Give me a perception check.
Yep. That is a 9.
Most of them are covered in soot.
Meh. I don't use weapons anyways. What about this door?
Do you want to open it?
Is there anything odd to it, or is it just a normal basalt?
It's just normal metal door.
No metal. Okay. I'll open it up, peeking through. I think.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
see that this door looks like it's been forged, as
Mm.
opposed to a lot of the other ones that are kind of built out of the rock around them. This one's kind of been made of iron at some point.
Yeah, we should be getting closer to the goat, right? I don't know. Maybe not.
Think so. You looking okay, Mac? You want a potion? He pulls out the potion of healing he's got on his belt.
Aloha, Mora.
I could use it if you're... Well, I don't... It seems almost as if we should save it, but we're kind of low on our choices, aren't we?
I have 3 potions.
You still have 3. Oh,
Yeah, I could go for one of those. Looks like Matt could use one too.
Do you guys remember that Cedric's breath smells really bad as well? You've kind of been avoiding it because everything kind of smells like sulfur down here, but even through the sulfur, you can smell his terrible, terrible breath.
Okay, wait. Remind me, what was the goddess again? I don't know if characters would remember, but this is from Farika, right? Or one of the followers of Farika. So it's like, who knows what this potion does?
yeah.
It could heal, it could injure.
But so far they've all healed, right?
So far they've all healed, so that means.
But one of them is going to kill me.
It's like Russian roulette.
But I have 3 if you want. If you want any of the 3.
3 bullets left in the pistol.
I'll take one.
So the options are, I believe actually 1 is an option. I have number.
You've 1, 3, and 5 left.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have the odd numbers. I have 1, 3, 5. I have it written down right there. You want 1, or you want 3, or you want 5?
Oops, sorry guys.
I'll take 1.
Okay, I hand number 1 over to Telemachus. Best
I
of
don't-
luck to you.
I don't even think about it. I unstopper it and drink it.
Goop, 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 goop. Oh god, it tastes terrible. You immediately take 11 points of poison damage, and I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Poor guy. Destiny is not.
Coming up. 21.
You succeed. You're not poisoned, but you immediately go unconscious as you guys watch Smack poof bashes against like a shield on the wall that kind of falls down as he runs into it as he's like leaning against the wall. And he goes, Cedric goes, "Oh, I don't think that was a good one." Oh,
With
wanna give him 5?
my
Here's
final
Cedric.
breath, I'll say, "Yeah, that's Verica for you."
Do you think we should feed him number 5 now?
I still have mine. And he holds up number 4 is on his waist.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you guys want to do? You want to heal him or?
Does he appear stable, or is he still,
No, he's doing death saves right now. So
I think you should feed it to him, Cedric.
Cedric takes the real potion of healing off his belt and he gives it to Mac.
Dang
2d4 plus 2, I think it is for potion healing.
Yep.
Mac, you immediately heal 9 as you are gulping down this yellow, bright liquid in your throat. It's kind of like warming your body as you wake up. You cough up a little bit of blood.
Oh, right. So does that mean you've got 2 more poisons in your pouch?
They could both be, but they also might be good. I mean, poison is good depending on the circumstance.
Aye.
I just don't know which one's which.
I have the other one. I have another one.
Yeah, you have 4. I have 3 and 5.
Oh no, he doesn't have it. He drank it. That's why his breath smells
It was
bad.
a good one, right? Yeah. Yeah.
And it was a good one.
And then the one that I gave to the other guy was also good, so
Yes.
that was the best one.
That was the best one.
I think that I'll just walk it off.
Rub some dirt on it.
I'll check out the room.
You see an unlit forge as well as a single anvil in this room.
I also see a door.
And a door.
I shall open up this door.
I'll open the forge.
You open the forge. Inside you see the ancient remains of coals of some kind, filled now with dust and other various kinds of soot. Give me a perception check.
7.
Off to the side, you see that there is some more dust and soot.
All right.
Anything else, Hector? Oh, Hector, are you opening the door, I mean?
Yeah, I'm opening this door.
All right. Anything else, Mac?
Nope.
You come into another curved hallway. It looks very similar to the one you were in previously. You see up to the north, it is busted and broken, collapsed as well. And to the south, you see another set of double doors.
I think this is it. But I'm going to check further to the south-south.
As you come to the south-south, you see another room has ended here, and directly ahead of you is a collapsed wall. It looks like there's lava has flown in here and broken the wall inward. You see like chunks of brick and mortar everywhere, while the lava itself has kind of like filled this gloopy hard rock in the wall. It's shining brightly like obsidian.
This is the last door.
Okay, you
I don't
opening it?
feel
All right.
ready. Okay, open it up. As long as Cedric's nearby. Oh, why, hello.
You open the door,
Follower, Perforos.
and directly in front of you, you see a circular altar is rising out of the center of the room. On the altar, you see depictions of Perforos. Leaning against it, you see a woman. She's wearing a red and white robe. Beneath it are various pieces of bronze-colored armor. Top of her head, you see there's a helmet made of laurels that is kind of wrapping around her head. You see that there is a belt that is carved in a beautiful depiction of a phoenix wrapping its wings around her waist. On the belt, you see there are emblems of Iroas and Perforos, respectively on each side. She wears a bright red circular shield on her right arm, and a beautiful bronze spear rests against the altar on her left. As you enter, you see that she's drinking a potion. Ah!
Can I have some of that?
No. And she breaks it on the ground. She grabs a spear. She goes, "This will be your end. You stop here, you leave, and don't come back."
We could go the other way, guys.
Yes, just give us one moment. I'll reach out and pull the door closed.
Yep, close the door.
You close the door behind you.
How long do you think your potion lasts?
Not as long as our potion of resistance. Well, probably more.
I mean,
Oh,
maybe it only
potion
lasts an
hour.
hour.
Yeah, maybe hers is like a minute or 10 minutes. Or we
Probably-
could go the other way where we saw the goat earlier. I mean, that had lava in the way, didn't it, though?
Had lava and a drop.
Oh, I didn't have a good bit. Are you snooping? I like say loudly on the other side of the door. No, I guess not.
What are you trying to do, Mac?
Oh no, I think Hector was trying to find out if she was listening on the other side of the door.
Since we closed the door and we were talking to each other, I said kind of loudly, "Wait, are you snooping?"
No? Are you leaving?
We're thinking about it.
Mm. We
Why
have-
are you trying to kill everyone?
Not trying to kill anyone.
Yeah, you are.
Gonna stop you. That's all I.
Mm-hmm.
Destruction breeds creation.
I mean, I can't argue with that. That is pretty true. But, like, this isn't natural. This is just a normal destruction. Not when you force it.
Sometimes you need somebody to put in a little force. Otherwise, everyone stagnates.
She kind of also right there, too. But that's not the gods' role.
If not, then who?
The other humans. Or other humanoids.
The gods play their parts in everything.
They shouldn't.
Aphara
mess it all
builds
up.
up. Aphara builds up the cities. Nylea builds up the forests. Heliod moves the sun across the sky, and Eros shepherds the dead. My god destroys so that others may create.
Have you seen the skies up recently? It's not just a destruction of land on here. You know there's like a war brewing. All because Perfrost wants this.
No, the war's brewing because others don't.
Because others don't.
Well,
Don't want it.
Yeah. Other gods, exactly.
Well, about when do you think this is going to happen?
Yeah. ETA on explosions so we can get out of here in time, you know?
I don't know.
Well, here's the question for you then. Does Perforos care about you at all? Are you just a sacrificial lamb in this plot? I open the door back up so we can talk through it.
She's like leaning against the altar with her arms crossed and her spears like tucked underneath her arm. The shield's on the other side. She goes, "If I'm to be a sacrificial sacrifice, then that's what my God wishes of me. I'll be rewarded on my death." But I believe in this. The lands and the cities and the polises have gotten too strong, and no new creations have been occurring.
Well, what creations are you hoping for that are better than a city?
A new empire will rise on this mountain. New weapons will be forged. New armies.
Did you know Lady Clothis is back?
She nods her head.
Well, you know the destiny points that this is not the right way.
Clothis controls destiny. He writes it. The gods exist outside of destiny, and my God wishes for this. And who's to say it's not the destiny of those around here to...
Is your god the god of destiny? It's not his job.
Oh, Clothis shouldn't be in charge of everything.
It's just destiny. That's it. You have the forge and the kind of like the fire stuff. You know, that's pretty cool too.
My God is the God of creation. You can't create new things unless you go against fate and the status quo and the monotony. Sometimes you have to destroy a little bit to encourage people to do that.
I don't know.
It's not, if nothing's going wrong, nobody will change the way they do things. This region has fallen into monotony, and it's disgusting.
Here's my...
Go ahead.
I'm curious whether you have an insight into your god's thought processes on this, but what's changed? Why does Perforus make this determination now? In other words, the mundanity's been happening for some time, I'd say centuries, longer than any of us have been alive. Why did he choose this moment?
She points at Nikos. His god started it.
I still think it was Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're getting played.
That
Or
artif-
Heliod got played first.
And she points behind her and she goes, "That artifact in there belongs to Heliod."
Yeah.
Okay? It got released into the world. It's Heliod's fault that it's out there.
I agree with her there. That is a big mistake by Heliod.
Well, that's why we're here to get it back.
No. You cannot be trusted with that. Only the messenger can be trusted with that. And to use it for good. It's very destructive. It cannot be in the hands of some mere mortal, especially not a cleric of Heliod. You'll use it to topple the rest of the... You're going to talk about destiny, okay? You give him that thing, he's going to go around and start destroying any polis that doesn't worship Heliod. You'll see the fall of Akros and Setestin, left, right, and center.
I don't want to destroy any polis, and you do.
Oh, and you think Heliod cares about what you want. That's cute.
You're the one that just said you wanted to destroy stuff for the hell of it.
This region has fallen in monopoly. We're not destroying it for the hell of it. We're destroying it to create new creations. We're not blowing it up.
Why don't you create new things without destroying everything?
There'll be a forge here. Once the
There's
volcano
a forge
is
right
fully
over
active.
there.
Yeah, it's like
Why?
all forges all over the place here.
Are any of them lit?
I mean, there's like coal and stuff in there, so, you know.
No. Forges of this temple are burned by the lava from the volcano. They've been dormant for a long time. And when the volcano's lava ignites a forge, it creates very powerful weapons. Braxian steel can only be forged in volcanic lava.
Is that what your sword is?
She got like a bronze sword or spear. She goes, no, but I imagine I'll be rewarded with one as soon as the forge is active once more.
I thought you were gonna die in this process.
I may or may not. I do not know.
Well, see there, Hector. Maybe it won't even destroy anything.
Yeah, maybe.
It just makes up forges up.
She's saying that it's supposed to be destroying everything.
The eruption will annihilate the surrounding area. The clouds will block out the skies, killing out the plants.
See?
The fires will burn through the forest. It is very common when volcanoes explode.
But it won't destroy the forges that are closer than that.
The forges are built to withstand the lava. They use the lava to ignite. That's why they're built out of basalt.
Is there any lava in the room that she's in?
Currently, no.
Currently, no. What's that door lead to?
Besides, you're too late anyways. The volcano has already been reignited. It's just a matter of time at this point. We leave
Cool,
the
then we
artifact
can
there,
get
it'll
the
be
sun over.
faster.
Oh.
Well, I believe we might have reached an impasse.
Aye.
We're back to the point where, with your ultimatum, where we either need to leave or we need to be killed by you.
I mean, but if we're too late, I don't see why she has to kill us, right?
Yeah. You could just let us in and, show us how it's done.
Monologue a bit,
Yeah.
No. Fought in many battles. You're not going to convince me that easily.
But if it's useless, then.
Is there a reward that you're in particular that you wish for?
I only wish to be of service to my gods.
More than one.
Yeah,
Aye.
Iroas.
Yeah, she points to the emblem. She has an emblem of Iroas and an emblem of Perforos on her belt.
So, isn't Iroas like the god of
War.
honor?
Honorable war.
Is this honorable?
It is not what the Minotaurs would do.
It's, well, telling you as a Minotaur who's served with many, what you're doing sounds right up their alley.
We are creating new weapons. The war will be fought with those powerful weapons honorably. We're not tearing babes from mother's arms or stabbing an enemy who has already lost their will to fight. We're giving people the means to fight honorably. That is very much within Iroas's.
But you're killing tons and tons of people.
The volcano will damage the surrounding area if they do not leave.
Yeah, but how? I don't know. I don't think anyone's really been warned. You guys haven't been doing a great job about that.
You didn't see the smoke pouring out of the crater above?
I
Maybe you
mean,
were the ones who should be warning them. You're aware that this is happening? Have you
Mm,
told
you are
anyone? Tried to evacuate the area?
the strands of destiny led me here. I just know. I don't think that's an honorable way to kill people. Just blast them with lava.
So
That sounds
no.
like cowardice.
No is what you're saying then.
No, our plan is to stop the volcano exploding.
Which is far more honorable.
Yeah, way more honorable.
Well, that's the opinion of a mortal.
No, it's the opinion of 4 champions of immortals.
Mortals.
I don't know. Am I immortal? Do I even have a soul?
Might be immortal. We haven't seen you die yet.
Cedric puts his hands on your shoulder. You have a soul for me, buddy. You're my little brother.
We've kept her talking for more than a minute at this point, haven't we?
I'm
Easily.
guessing.
Yeah. You guys are probably 30 minutes into your potions at this point.
Yeah. I don't got nothing. I even went for the honor angle.
Oh, I didn't expect we were gonna talk her out of anything here.
I don't know. I feel like it's a little weird for Iroas for this, but it's okay. She believes it.
Yep, she's a fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, battle?
Battle it is.
She holds up her shield, her spear in the left hand.
Nikos
Battle it
gets ready
is.
to charge in.
Roll initiative.
There we go.
Ooh, 19.
19.15.
I got a 10. Basically last. I don't know about Cedric though.
I appreciate the reminder.
Gotcha.
Got you, fam.
Dang it, I'm last.
Mac, you are ready for battle.
All right. Well, I suppose that I'll pull my arrow and bow and cast. Do I have any of the... Stop. I'm looking to see if I have any of the... I do have one Hunter's Mock is left. I'm gonna Hunter's Mocker.
Okay.
Something about honor.
That's what you say. Something about honor.
Something about honor. And then I shoot a short bow attack at her. And that's a 7.
Chink! She bounces it off of her beautiful bronze. Wait, it's not a bronze. What color is it? What is her shield? What is her shield? Bright red? I think it's bright red. Bright red, yes. Bright red shield. She just bounces it. Something about
All right.
honor indeed.
And then I back up.
Okay. Nikos.
Nikos is going to back up and get a good running start here as he charges in and swings the mace at her. Oh, 23. Crit.
You bash right past her head as you come in. You have like the upper height advantage over her as you're kind of towering down. You just crack down her skull. You see the tip of her laurel kind of bends and snaps off as you slam into her. Do you deal extra damage with that charge?
No, but because I hit, I get to make a hooves attack as a bonus action.
Okay. She takes 11 points from that crit. You lean back on your hooves and try and push her, and she finally her head kind of ducks back as she ducks behind her shield and blocks your hooves attack.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. That's her turn. And then she goes, I said, leave. She kind of lets out this force. I need all of you to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
16.
5.
12.
8 for Cedric. So, Cedric and Hector, you guys see, both get the kind of like this look of fear on their face as they are both frightened of her now.
Okay, maybe it's time to leave.
Oh, I almost forgot. So, when you hit her with the mace, Nikos, you feel like that mace is going to hit a lot harder than it should have been. And you feel like whatever armor she's wearing is very tough and strong. And you still did the damage, but it's not a crit.
I see.
Okay, Cedric can't move any closer. He goes, He starts taking a step back. He's like, maybe we should just get out of here. He takes like a couple steps back. He's kind of like holding his sword in his hand, a little terrified. At the end of his turn, he makes a wisdom saving throw. And then he goes, no, no. And he like pounds on his chest. Yeah, no. We're moving forward. Hector.
So can I cast something on her, or what am I affected by?
You're just
frightened?
frightened. You're frightened, yeah.
I say, how about you drop your sword? As I cast command on her.
Okay.
That is not
Wisdom saving throw.
exactly what I would want. But yes, wisdom saving throw. And so on her turn, the target drops whatever it's holding and then ends its turn.
Okay. Yeah, she
That's
fails with a
what-
nat 1-3. She's trying to like holding her shield and her hands like shaking, trying to open it. She's trying to resist, but doesn't seem to be doing well.
And you know what, Cedric? Good idea. Let's kind of run. Wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Okay. 11.
That will fail. You are still frightened of her.
Yep.
Mac.
Oh, so we're running now. All right. Fire another arrow at her.
Okay.
That's a 9.
You see she's sitting there trying to hold her spear, and she just dodges with or blocks the arrow with her shield without even looking. She's really trying to keep her hand open, or closed even.
And then he'll just say out to Nikos, I've got your back, but let's get out of here.
Oh,
Then ends its turn. Okay. Nikos.
Everyone's
Take her
leaving.
Oh wait, no, she doesn't. She hasn't dropped it yet.
She didn't drop it, right?
Not yet. She drops it on her turn.
Yeah. If everyone else is leaving, then I'm not all that healthy, so I'm gonna disengage and follow them out. Yeah.
We'll close the door.
Okay.
Okay. As you guys close the door behind you, you hear the sound of a tink, 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 tink. But I mean, if you're leaving, she's not gonna follow. So I mean, are you guys gonna do anything else, or are you just leaving? Because if you're just leaving, we'll just leave initiative then.
We're just
mean-
regrouping, right?
I mean, I'm not advancing. She's terrifying.
Well, get it together. We have things to do.
Okay, so she drops her weapon, ends her turn. Cedric goes. I mean, she is pretty terrifying, but we don't. I mean, it's up to you guys. You're the bosses.
Well, the issue is that even if we do defeat her, we've still got that creature bot beyond, and we're not strong enough to fight even her.
Maybe it's disabled.
Who says we're not strong enough to fight her?
Yeah, we
Look
got
at the
her.
blood I've lost.
She's pretty scary.
Keep firing arrows. We'll be okay.
If you're knocked out, I have no way of getting you back up.
True.
I can tank maybe a little.
Hector, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. Nope, she's scary.
She's scary, but you can't see her anymore, so you can still kind of act and work normally.
Mhm.
Mac, what would you like to do in your turn?
I'll keep talking to these guys. Maybe if we could find a way to move her into the magma, like push her through the door. It would require a concerted effort on our part, and she'd be attacking us the whole time.
I can put up my cloak and make it hard for her to hit me. Make myself all starry like. I don't think you guys have seen me do that yet.
And we can hit her from range outside the door here.
All right. Well, that's about my turn.
Okay. Nikos.
I'm gonna move here and ready a sacred flame for as soon as I can see her. After I presume Hector's gonna go in there and do something amazing.
Eventually.
So that's her turn. She picks up her weapon. Mac, you know where she's at because of your hunter's mark. You always know where she's at. So you feel her move right to the edge of the door.
She's coming to the door.
And Cedric will come here, and he's holding an attack action to attack whenever the door opens. Hector. Well,
There
that's
we
at
go.
it's at the end of your turn, so you can do
Yeah,
whatever
I
you
know.
want.
I guess as an action, why not now? I'd put on the Cloak of Stars
Okay.
as I swoosh myself in some darkness and some starlight, kind of just going all around me. You can see little constellations forming.
Okay. Do you want to move anywhere?
I couldn't during my turn, or at least not closer to where I want to go.
Yes, you can, because you can't see her.
Okay, then yes, I'd be up against the door.
Okay. And then at the end of your turn, you are no longer frightened of her as you steel yourself for the combat ahead. Mac,
All right. Does the door swing out or in?
towards you guys.
Okay. I'm going to go to this position and go prone, and then cast a minor illusion of the door on the door.
Okay.
And then, so that when I open the door, it'll look like the door is still there.
Okay.
And but since the people on this side saw me cast it, they should know the illusion is there and they can see through it.
Okay.
If that'll make sense.
Yeah. No, that seems fine to me.
Okay, so I cast the illusion, I signal to the team, I reach up and grab the handle and pull it my way.
Okay. How long does minor illusion last? Is it a turn?
Let me
Duration,
see.
1 minute. Got it. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So you open the door, you see she's sitting there. Her sword is kind of like on fire, or her spear is currently like on fire at the moment. She's holding it back, ready to attack anything. Nikos, your held action goes off.
Yeah, sacred flame.
A sacred flame blows up. Dex saving throw. That will fail as she blows up next to her head. Ah! She's like looking around, trying to see what's going on. And she takes 4 points of radiant damage.
Oh, is the door down there? Oh, okay.
Cool. And then Nikos, that is your turn.
Oh, in that case, I will get her again with another sacred flame.
Okay. She fails again as you blow up another flame appears in the air, scarring her or searing her face. As she takes 8 points of radiant damage.
And her spear is on fire now?
Her spear is like burning. She actually does concentration checks. You see that as the second one hits her in the face, the spear kind of like stops burning.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. That is her turn. She goes, son of a bitch, and she like kicks the door. Hector, you're like in the way. Give me a dexterity saving throw. She kicks the door open. Yeah, and you step out of the way as the door comes flying open here. Where she can see now. And then she is going to once more what's this one do? You see her sword kind of glows in astral radiance as then she makes an attack roll against you, Hector. With disadvantage because of your cloak. A 10 will miss you. 7 will miss you. She zink right through these kind of like starry skies, and she goes, "What are you?" Completely missing you as her sword's still kind of glowing bright white, or her spear is glowing bright white.
I warned you, I might not be mortal.
Cedric's held action actually went off there, so he makes an attack roll. 17 will miss. So on his turn, he's going to make 2 more attack rolls. A 13 will miss and a 16 will miss. As she's just like blocking all of Cedric's attacks with their shield. Poof, 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 poof. You see the shield, even though it's taking like these heavy blows from Cedric, isn't denting or scratching at all. Hector.
You know, that weapon looks hot. I think you should drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Another command. DC 14 wisdom. As I kind of just stand in the way, being like, "Ha! You can't do anything against me."
She's like trying to hold her hand closed again. She goes, "No!" Mac.
All right. I'm going to stand up and use half of my movement to do that, and then fire an arrow at her again.
Okay, are you firing through the illusion?
I guess I'll. That's a good question. I would move to this spot so that I can shoot through the door that it looks like it's, or that it actually is open.
Okay.
20 to hit.
20 will hit as you right into her shoulder. She takes 8 points of piercing damage.
And then I'll add my last flourish to that, so an extra d6.
Okay.
6 more damage.
Ooh.
And let's make that a defensive flourish so that my AC goes up by 6.
Sounds good.
Wow.
Yeah, you shoot into her. She's like yanking her shoulder now as it's hurting real bad. She is not quite bloodied yet, though.
Okay, end of turn.
Nikos.
Bring down more radiant light of Helioid with a sacred flame.
The sacred flame once more scorches right in the back of her head. You see kind of chars the laurels on her helmet a little bit. She takes 4 more points of radiant damage.
This is a
Where
good
is
plan.
that coming from?
End of my turn.
Okay, that is her turn. Oh, she does a con save. Succeeding. So she's going to
Drop her sword.
Drop her weapon.
Drop her sword.
And
and end her turn. As she, let's go with her sword.
Going against destiny.
That is Cedric's turn. Cedric takes 2 long sword attacks. He crit fails, and a 13 will miss. Hector.
Can I just quickly grab that sword?
Sure.
As I grab it, and I'm like, "Hey guys!"
You pick up her
I got it.
spear. It's like
That
twice
spear.
as tall as you are. And it's kind of light, actually.
And you know what? I'll just kind of like drop it out of the way.
Okay.
Behind the illusion door.
Well, no, I was gonna put it around here, which is a little
Okay.
bit harder for her to get to. Unless she can somehow get to it, which I wouldn't be surprised. That wasn't any actions, was it?
No, you just picked up a weapon and threw it. That's a free action.
You know what? Since we're on this trend of causing her to just not do much, we're gonna command her to just stay still with halt.
She succeeds. She
Doesn't
goes,
do it this
no.
time. You can fight back? Okay. That's my turn.
Mac.
Okay, so she has no weapons currently?
Not currently. Well, you see there's a crossbow on her belt, but she hasn't pulled it out.
Okay.
It's a big crossbow. She wouldn't be able to use her shield with it.
All right. Mac is going to run in and try to grapple her.
Okay.
Is that athletics?
Yes.
11 against a 7.
1 second, I need to check something. So you walk in, you get her arm underneath her shield arm, right behind her shield. You yank it up into like an arm lock behind her, and you grab her shoulder and you pull her shoulder in. You're like holding her and grabbing her. And she's like trying to struggle and get loose, but she's kind of flabbergasted by the magics that are being used against her right now.
All right, and then I'm going to start moving her towards the north door.
Okay, half speed, so.
Yep.
You have 20 more feet of movement. I think you can get there.
Well,
All right. Well, if hat speed, it would be 10.
There and then.
So you can move 40. You can move
Right.
15, right? So you go there.
Okay, so I get to there, and then she's like here or here.
Probably there.
Oh, there. Okay, cool.
Because I imagine you're pushing her instead of dragging her.
Yeah, either way, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever works. And that's my movement and my action. And I don't think I have anything bonus action-y that I can do. So that's my turn.
Okay. Nikos.
I'm gonna. You want me to open that door, Mac?
I want you to blast her with your radiant energy.
Okay, but also open the door.
Sure.
Blast her with my radiant energy, and then open the door.
Okay. You blast her with your radiant energy. Another one to the face. She goes, "Stop that!" She takes 3 points of radiant damage. She's failed every save against that thus far.
Yeah,
And you open the door.
it's Helioid's will.
You see a small circular room. Within it, there are various dusty artifacts and temple pieces and stuff. There are kind of old items used for ritual purposes. A lot of them are covered in black soot, and most of them are rotted away. That is Daphne's turn. She's going to try and punch you, Mac.
All right.
I think that's just a strength attack roll, right? Oh,
Miss.
That'll fucking miss. 6. She's like trying to punch backwards. She misses your head. She does it again.
Miss.
She can't hit behind you as you're like behind her. She's trying to punch around the back of her neck and she's missing. She goes, "Let me go!" And that'll be her turn. Cedric is going to run in here. He goes, "Yeah, hold her there, Mac." And he's gonna swing his longsword at
Knock her out.
10 will miss, and a 19 would hit. But as he goes to hit her right in the head, she holds up her shield, and she like gets her arm just out of the your lock for a second to block it as she parries it. Hector.
I think it's time to make. Oh wait, which way should I do it? I'll make her lighter, so that she has disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay.
Ooh.
It was that, or I can make Telemachus heavier and have advantage, but be slower. So I feel like it's better to.
Will that make her her acrobatics checks better?
No,
Okay.
nothing with acrobatics. It just makes her 10 speed faster, but if she's grappled, then she has no speed.
0 times 10 is 0.
Exactly. Or 0 plus 10. Yeah.
Okay, you feel her get really light in your arms. You get a even more firm grip on her, and she goes, "I feel like I have no strength suddenly.
Also, I'll close this door.
No muscle mass."
So I kind of start walking this way after I had closed the door.
Okay. Mac.
So you said this room looks like it's just a storage room?
It is. It looks like a sacristy. Sacristy. I can't pronounce that word.
I don't know what that is.
It's like the side room of an altar where they store like all of the like cloths and
Oh, okay.
candles and
So
stuff.
I'm seeing something here. Is that a door or is it just a trick of the light?
That is another door. There's another door. Sorry.
Okay. I think we're heading to the wrong direction. Somebody open that one, and I'm going to start dragging her that way.
Okay.
I had to close the last door. I'm sorry.
Let me go.
Can I open the door? Or does it take both of my hands to grapple her?
I don't think there's any rules on it. I think you can open the door. You could kick
Okay.
it, I guess.
Yeah, I want to open it and see what's beyond.
You kick open the door, and you see
That's one.
a short hallway that leads straight up to the platform where the statue of the goat monster stands still, and lava lights up the edges of the pathway.
Okay, that took me 15 feet to get there, I think.
Okay, I believe that is correct.
So I still have 1 square.
Sure.
Okay. Pull her through the doorway.
What
and
Nico
an
said.
action, right?
Say again?
And an action.
You
And an action.
could
can't-
dash.
Oh.
Dash and drop.
Ooh. Ooh. I really wanted to knock her unconscious, though. I didn't want to kill her, but really, you know, I have no problem dropping her in the magma if I can do it. I'm gonna pull her that way.
Okay. Let me go!
And then just rotate around and drop her.
Ugh! As you let go, she's going to try and make a dexterity saving throw to try and catch the edge here. With that, she catches it. Ugh! She's like hanging off the edge. She goes, "Don't do it."
Someone must destroy something to make creation, right? End of turn.
I'm going to destroy you in a second. We're going to say for mechanical purposes, she is prone because she's hanging off the edge. Nikos.
Yeah, I lost sight of her going in that room there. So let's move 20 feet. Oh yeah. All right. How about this? I will come over here, 20 more feet of movement, and stomp on her hands with my hooves.
Oh, okay. Wait, can you
We're
attack with
terrible.
the hooves, or can you only do them when you make an attack roll?
No, I can attack with the hooves. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it, wait, as a bonus action? I thought you had to make like a charge attack to attack with your hooves as a bonus
The
action.
charge is I can, if I hit with a melee attack and I move at least 30 feet, well, then I can bonus action make a hoof attack, but I can always make a hoof attack as an action.
Oh, this is your action. Got it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot you have 40 feet of movement, so I was thinking you only you dash to get up here. Okay, make an attack roll with advantage because she is prone. Technically.
Oh, wow, that's a 23 a crit.
She negates crits because of her armor, but she does 4 damage to her. So I'm gonna make the DC 8 plus the damage she took, so it's gonna be DC 12 for her to fall off.
What roll? Strength?
Dexterity saving throw.
Stacks, okay.
Seems like strength to me.
Oh, she has better strength. I can do strength if you like.
He has
Strength
that disadvantage.
So that's why I was wondering.
Oh, that's a good point. Is that strength checks or strength saving throws?
Let me check, actually. I believe it's only... I think it's both, actually. Checks and saving throws.
Oh.
Okay. Cool. So
That's
it goes-
Constitution.
I know she's still concentrating on
Oh, got it.
spell. Nico steps on her hands. Ah! She lets out a scream and then she lets go. And she goes, "No!" Bloom. She falls in the lava. Dead.
That's a terrible destiny.
It's the destiny she chose.
That brings us out of initiative, and we are going to go to a quick break while you guys think about what you've done.
Maybe she'll wind up powering this forge.
Right.
Yeah, destruction causes creation.
Come back at 12 after then, you horrible, horrible people.
Oh no.
All right.
And we're back. Welcome back, everyone. So, if you are just joining us and you missed the first half, our heroes started exploring the bottom level of this volcanic temple. There, they discovered the goat creature that they're looking for sitting in the middle of a lake of lava, with a couple different paths that were broken on the way to him and a couple intact. They explored the area a bit. They found some, degraded weapons, broken down pieces, some statues. They avoided most of them before they finally came face to face with a champion of Perforos. After a long discussion and deciding that your ideas were not going to align, you attacked her. You escaped for a second, regrouped, came back in, before ultimately grappling her and dragging her into the lava pit. She was hanging from the edge, and as she's hanging there, Nikos comes up and just said, "Long live the king." She fell into the pit of lava, screaming the whole way down. And that's where we left off.
She definitely would have done the same to us.
Oh, for sure. Has the messenger moved at all since we did this?
Not at all.
I'm going to back up a square. And then back up a little bit more to get to Hector.
Yeah.
What do you make of this?
Did you just throw her off the edge?
Think.
No, I just let her hang a little while.
I think. Well, what we kind of heard about the Anvilrots earlier. I mean, they followed the commands of their creator, right? Do we know who actually created this one? Do you think it's gonna actually animate or do you think it might be like the others?
Well, I think it had to animate to get here, didn't it?
Yeah, but that's because its command was to
To bring
gather
the second sun.
I guess it could be commanded to defend the second sun as well.
Aye. Do you think we could convince it to release the second sun?
Probably only if its original creator is dead.
We don't know who its original creator was, but we've killed everyone in this temple.
Yeah, but it still has feelings, right? It's not like it's not a thing. So probably us telling it that we killed its creator probably wouldn't come.
Right, so we just pose as a surrogate.
Yeah,
I've got the sword.
I don't know how insightful they are.
I'm pretty deceptive if I need to be.
I
But
believe in you. I
sword-
didn't realize you were a Minotaur for so long. Captain Jack, was it?
Handsome Jack. But yeah,
Handsome
you're right.
Jack. Yes.
Well, I suppose the worst that can happen is that it attacks us and kills us all.
Which is what it would be doing anyways.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we can't let this explosion go on, so we got to stop it. Especially
Nobody-
when we have our fire resistance potions.
You don't have a fire hose or anything, do you?
The one that spews fire. Why would we want fire?
Well, oh no, they deal with fire with buckets of sand. Do you have any sand?
Check my pockets. No.
No
So
pockets.
definitely pulls out a handful of pocket sand.
Does this platform seem like it's pretty sturdy? Like there's no way we could knock it out?
Give me you have proficiency in Mason's tools?
I have dragon chests and land vehicles. Nope.
Okay, then just give me a straight intelligence check.
Okay. That's a 3.
Looks like it's gonna collapse at any second, or not. You don't know.
Okay. Well, here goes nothing.
I'll back you up.
He steps out to the center of the platform and raises the sword of Perforos and calls out, "Messenger! I've been sent to bring you a... What did I bring? What am I bringing him?
A new order.
An order!
You see, it doesn't move.
So- Maybe we gotta get closer.
How much heat is it putting off? I mean, in comparison to the room itself.
The whole room is really hot, and you can't so you're like sitting above lava. You're like basically standing 5 feet away from a bonfire. Like it's your skin feels warm. The tips of your hair are like singeing a little bit. You think you would probably be like getting scorched and burned if you hadn't drank your potions. But you can't feel anything additional coming from him from this distance.
When we passed through that room, is that a bedroll?
Yes.
I wonder if she had any stuff on her that would have been useful right now.
I mean, a set of armor.
Yeah. Adamantine.
It's down in the lava.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be destroyed.
You gonna go
Right?
swimming through the
Well,
lava?
it'll be
for
resistant,
it?
right? So it could still burn.
Fishing.
Maybe
Okay.
sometime. We know where it is.
All right, so I go forward closer. Messenger, I come with a missive from Perforos. A new command. Abort.
Does not turn its head. Does not move at all.
Closer.
Messenger, stop.
In the name of love.
Maybe. I wonder if the artifact is in the secret compartment.
It's not.
That's
It's not
a
moving
silly
back.
crit.
Maybe it stopped. Hector, as soon as you take the step there, it turns its head and looks at you.
Hello.
You see the gears start whirling up. The wings spread out.
I'll go up to the other platform, to this set of stairs.
Now it's
Show it
like
the sword.
looking back and forth between both of you as it looks up in your general direction.
Yeah, I'll go over here. Like so.
With that, it spreads its wings wide and it goes, and it flies straight up into the air. It's now flying above you, looking down.
Is there a vent out of here?
Give me a perception check.
23.
You look closely. You don't see a vent out of here at all. The only exits you see are at the end of these bridges, and there's like a lava dip to the lake over here.
Just show it the sword, Mac.
I come with a message. Give us the sun. In the name of Perforos.
As it does that, it goes, and then it comes diving straight at you, Mac. Roll initiative.
Okay. Oh, that's not how I go into my initiative.
5.
7.
Oops, I GM rolled that. I didn't mean to.
6. Brilliant.
Mac, watch out! Okay.
Side drag. Save us.
I'm doing it. I'm doing the thing. So it comes flying straight at you, Mac, and then it's gonna try and ram right into you. It crits you right away as you just get bashed by the horns of this thing, and when it does, it deals an extra 3d6 bludgeoning damage from its charge attack. You take an extra 4, so you immediately get hit right in the chest for 25 points, and immediately fall prone as it falls to the ground, or rams right into Mac. You see Mac's sword falls to the bottom of the steps behind him. And then, so it has 20 more feet of movement. It's going to fly over here to Hector and try and bash into Hector then, with another ram attack. Yeah, it's a 25 to hit on you, Hector. Is it?
Disadvantage.
No, it only lasts for like a minute. That would be gone by now, right?
Yeah, you guys sat and talked on the bridge for at least a minute. So, I mean, talking is real time, so like that was definitely at least a minute.
Yeah.
So hits you for 10 bludgeoning damage, Hector. It then flies straight up again, another 10 feet into the air. You can give an op attack if you'd like, Hector.
I don't even know if I can do a punch. I guess I have my staff. Never mind. Staff!
Dink! It dinks off of its armor.
Perfect.
That's Cedric's turn. He goes, Mac, no! He's gonna come over here, Cedric, and he goes, Cedric, or Hector, give me one of those potions.
There's one on my belt, or it's like on my belt.
He reaches down, he rips it off of your belt, and then he runs over. Yep, he's got enough movement. He goes, oh, hope this works. And then
It's either 3 or 5.
Yep. So roll me a d20. On an odd, he took 3, and an even, he took 5.
$16, so even.
Fair. The fuck is it called? I have to look up what they do. I apologize.
Farrakha.
No, I know who Farrakha is. I was trying to find. I got this encounter from a document that I bought,
Okay.
so I didn't decide what these potions were.
He took number 3, right? You said even was 3?
Sure.
Yeah.
There we go. So nice. He took number 3 then. So he pours this down Mac's throat. It is a potion of healing.
No. Good.
Mac, you heal for 8, but your breath smells really, really bad for the next 3 days.
Hey, it's like you and Cedric are buddies.
You wake up to Cedric's terrible breath in your face, Mac. Your sword's laying on the ground. He picks up your sword and he puts it in your hand and he goes, no time to lay down, buddy.
That sounds familiar.
Mac.
So the creature's 10 feet up.
He's flying 10 feet above you guys, yeah.
Is it giving off heat?
Yes. You feel, like, now that he's moving, you definitely feel an excess amount of heat coming off of him.
Okay, I'm gonna... I had a bow and arrow from way back, so I'm gonna crawl away, and then... Does that take all my movement to crawl away, and then I can't stand up? Is that right?
It's half your move. You move at half speed. So you only move 10 feet there. That's 20 feet of movement. You have 20 more feet to stand up. You have
Okay,
20
so
feet of movement.
I stand up, so I don't have disadvantage on this shot,
Okay.
and then I will attack. I don't have any more Hunter's Mark because I lost concentration on that. 9 will miss.
Yep. So you shoot the 9. You're still kind of dazed from this whole thing, and it goes flying. Foo! It lands into the lava somewhere else.
Phaedron, where are you?
Hector.
I go into a sapping sting as I pinch at it. Maybe it'll make it fall. Like I pinch its wings. Be a con save as I'm about to press it.
Ba-ba-ba-bum.
Aw.
It succeeds, and when it succeeds, the spell deflects off of it. You see, as you sap this thing, your spell flies out to it. It goes real shiny for a second, and the spell deflects back at you. Give me a con saving throw, please. You succeed.
You think I don't know how to save against that?
Yeah, you feel your own energy being sapped instead, and you manage to hold yourself together against it.
That's
All
my
right.
turn.
Nikos.
Give me back Helioid's artifact, and I'm gonna present my holy symbol and channel divinity, and use Radiance of the Dawn.
Okay. 16 points of damage. It does a Constitution saving throw. succeeding, so it takes half damage as you let out this radiant light out of your hands, and it kind of blows up right in this thing's face. You see it kind of scorches a bit of it, taking 8 points of radiant damage. As that is the first time you've actually managed to do any damage to this thing. You could feel a little more power surging from within you at that.
Excellent. That's all.
Okay. That is the messenger's turn. The messenger is going to fly around here, and it comes flying down here, and then it goes, it opens its mouth and lets out a fire breath at Nikos and Hector. I need you both to give me dexterity saving throws, please.
Do I have inspiration?
16.
Yeah, everybody starts every session with an inspiration.
Okay, I'm going to use it here.
Okay. Yeah.
21.
And you both succeed, taking half damage, plus you have resistance, so you only take 6 points of fire damage instead of 24. As you guys feel this breath attack kind of all over you, but it kind of washes over you a little bit, warming you even hotter. You're sweating real bad now. And then it flies 40 more feet up, taking op attacks from Hector.
I whack at it.
Okay.
Got a bit of action. Quarterstaff. Whack.
You miss as you swing and a miss as it flies straight up. That's Cedric's turn. He goes, I can't reach it. He's up there. I'll just, if it comes down here, I'm going to hit it.
Spread out at least, Cedric.
Oh, okay.
Breathe
And
fire.
so he runs over here and he goes, come at me, idiot. He's going to hold an action to attack. Mac.
Mac is... memories are going to flow through him of the conversation they had with that woman in the room next door, where she explicitly threatened the forest. And he closes his eyes and reaches back to the quiver and tries to grasp the special arrow that we found in the woods all those times ago. I know we don't have it, but he's wishing, as he says under his breath, Nylea, if you're going to give us any help, now's the time. And without looking at the arrow, he draws it and then fires. 14 to hit.
Mac. You pull the bow back and let go. Your hands seem to give way. Your bow's gone. You look down. Where'd it go? You don't feel like you fired an arrow or anything. Inside of your palm, a flower bursts. The flower looks like it's made out of webs. It begins kind of lacing through your fingers. You feel that same sticky sensation you felt when you were on the banks of the river Tardix, when you were wrapped up in the spider. Your hand kind of gets stuck and fingers get pulled together as your hand closes. And as it does, the web kind of weaves itself out of the side of your finger. And you see it starts weaving, pulling up, forming a long shaft. And that's all you see at the moment.
End of turn.
Hector.
I just, I look up at it. Dang it, why didn't this work last time? Okay. When it comes close, he wants to cast Sapping Sting at it.
When it comes close?
At 30-foot range. Like,
Okay.
It's out of my range right now, so.
Gotcha.
When it comes
Okay.
within a 30-foot range.
Nikos.
Nikos is going to run over here to Cedric. And, maybe try, here, take my crossbow. I don't need it. I don't know why. Yeah. Shoot it with the crossbow.
Cedric's got like his long sword over his head. He's like, okay. And he sheaths it and he grabs your crossbow. He's like, I'm gonna have to take off my shield.
Oh, well, I mean, up to you, buddy. And then I'm gonna move over here so we can stay spread out, and I will target the thing with Sacred Flame.
Okay. Cedric does not have javelins. Cedric only has a longsword. He succeeds. As you target the sacred flame, boom, it seems to almost shine once more, and the flame deflects back at you. Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah. Okay. Dex.
You succeed as you dodge out of the way of your own sacred flame bouncing back at you. Whoa, and it blows up in the space right next to you, scorching the ground next to you.
Okay, that's my turn.
That's the messenger's turn. See if he gets his fire breath attack back. It does not. I am G rolling by accident. And it's going to fly down to Hector. As it's coming flying, Hector comes within 30 feet of you.
Con save.
It fails. And you, as you're just waiting there, holding your necrotic energy in your hand, as soon as he gets close, you grasp your hand shut, and stars kind of fly out between your palms onto it. You see it kind of crushes a bit on his shoulder, and it immediately like falls out of the sky, crashes down into the ground below you, as it takes 3d6 bludgeoning damage. It takes 5 bludgeoning damage as it lands on the ground as it falls prone.
Take
It
that.
then immediately stands up, and it's going to just try and bash its head into you, Hector. Just kind of ram you twice. 13 will hit, or
What?
7 bludgeoning.
I have AC 15.
Oh, your token says 12. That's why. Sorry.
Yes,
15 will miss. Or, yeah, 14 will miss on 15 again as well. As he's just kind of, and he's like bashing into your starry force field is covering your body and completely missing you. But he is on the ground now. Cool. That's Cedric's turn. Cedric is going to go, but hold on. He's like, puts the crossbow back on his belt and pulls out his longsword. He goes, it's on the ground now. He's going to walk over here and he's going to try and bash it. An 8 will miss and a 14 will miss. He's just like dink dink onto the outside edge of the messenger here. And he goes, "Stay there, Mac."
So my bow is gone.
Your bow, your bow is gone, and in your hand you see this like growing, long shaft of like spiderweb just kind of lacing itself up into a length. And as you're sitting there staring, you see it kind of forms this long, beautiful white bow in your arms, with a single thread of spider web just holding the string. On the edges of it, you see these various kind of spiders have kind of start crawling up and down it before disappearing back into the webs.
But no arrow.
You have no arrow, yes.
Okay.
But
so
you
I'm
have
gonna
whatever
try-
arrows are in your quiver. You just don't have an arrow
Right.
in your bow.
And we did pick up Phaedron and I picked up one. I got one of the adamantine arrows and she took 2, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna draw one of the only adamantine one that I have, and fire it.
As you pull back, you see that the bowstring seems to almost lace itself up the edge of the arrow, and you fire. As you do, you see that the bow kind of swirls a little bit more in the air. It's kind of leaving this thin spider web behind it. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay.
Your bow is now +1 weapon, by the way.
So 17 to hit.
17 will hit. As you bash into this thing, it cuts right through it, dealing 8 piercing damage. And then immediately, as soon as it reaches the end of it, it yanks the arrow right back into your bow.
Oh, that's sweet. But that would have been 9 piercing then.
Yes, 9 piercing.
Okay. Then I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
End of turn.
Hector.
Hector kind of wants to keep it on the ground the best he can, so I'm actually pretty tempted to just zapping sting it again. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Way to keep it on the ground is to cast. Oh, this can really backfire. Why not? He's gonna cast command as he calls to it to halt.
Okay.
So, wisdom saving throw. Oh, no.
It succeeds, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Yep. Oh no!
And you suddenly feel inside your own head your own voice going, halt. And you want to stop moving.
Yeah.
Nikos.
It's my turn.
It's on the ground, but is it prone on the ground or
No, it stood up.
it stood? Oh, right. Okay, it had a turn. Let's get it with the sacred flame then. We'll keep doing that. I know this could backfire on me, of course.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw. It fails and takes 4 points of radiant damage, blowing up next to it.
Very good, very good. Fancy boy you got there, Mac. End of my turn.
Okay. That's the messenger's turn. See if he gets his flame breath back. He does not. He is going to turn to Cedric. He's going to try and bash into Cedric.
Oh,
2 ram attacks. 17 will actually miss Cedric.
Oh my goodness.
And then a 12 will also miss Cedric. And Cedric is just holding up his shield, blocking this thing from hitting him. And he goes, "Oh man, that was hard." He's like, "Oh, I think my arm's bruised." And then it's gonna fly straight up immediately. Then, taking op attacks from Cedric and Hector. They'll go 60 feet up. Cedric
Wait,
misses.
I'm probably doing it two-handed, so...
Yeah, you hit it with a 20, Cedric or Hector, dealing 1 bludgeoning damage to him. But as you do, you feel your arms get very, very hot as you actually take 2d6 fire damage. You take 9 fire damage from heated body.
Yep, and then I'm resistant, so 4.
Yes, correct. That's Cedric's turn. Cedric is going to use... He's like, okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to push it over next time it comes down, okay? I'm just going to push it. I'm going to push it. Try and knock it down. He's going to hold his action to shove this thing if it comes down. Mac, you see this, that adamantite arrow you had shot kind of recedes itself back in your bowstring. This whole time, this bow has still kind of been like redefining itself and forming. You see the spider still crawling up and down it as it's kind of forming these shapes on in there. It's starting to darken and thicken and harden.
All right, he puts the same arrow back on the string and pulls it back. 21 to hit.
21 will hit as you fire once more. It hits the messenger who's flying 60 feet in the air at this point, dealing 6 piercing damage. As you do, once again, that same string of spiderweb is laced to the back of the arrow and just yanks itself, relacing right back up to the string on your bow, and the arrow gets once more slotted back into your bow.
All right, and then he's going to run over 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30. He can get behind Cedric, and he's going to drop a javelin on the ground.
Okay.
End of turn.
Hector.
I shall cast a second level magic missile onto it.
Okay.
So that's 4 times 4 for 16.
I have to check something. Doesn't do saving throws, so it doesn't actually get deflected. Ding, 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 ding. These 4 force damage bullets just shoot right into him. You see lots of holes appearing, and there's lots of yell. Taking 16 points of force damage. It's actually starting to look pretty bad now.
Take that! That is my turn, other than I do want to slightly separate from people, so I'll go like over to here.
Okay. Nikos.
Almost every way to attack this thing is dangerous, but Sacred Flame has been doing fairly good, so I'm going to try another Sacred Flame. 2 damage.
It succeeds, and I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yep. Yay!
You
20.
succeed, taking no damage as he reflects it back onto you. There's a scorch mark at your feet now. A second one from your own Sacred Flame.
Wait a minute, 2.
Okay. It did not like that magic missile, so it's actually going to fly over here. It's going to see if it gets its fire breath back. It does not, and it's going to come down and charge at Hector. That's 22 to hit you, Hector, for 6 bludgeoning damage, plus another 3d6 bludgeoning damage. Wait a minute. There we go. You take 19 bludgeoning damage. You go unconscious, immediately fall down. And then it comes and it charges... actually, that was all of its movement. And so lets out a yell. It is now currently standing over Hector's body. Fuck it, it ram into Hector again with advantage. 24 will hit. You fail 2 death saving throws, Hector.
Yep.
Cedric goes, "No, little buddy!" He reaches down, he picks up the javelin, he goes, "Hold on, Mac." He's going to come over here, and he's going to shove the messenger. Do a contest athletics, like, see if we knock him prone. I got to roll for Cedric, too. He goes and pushes him, but he doesn't manage to push him over, and he goes, "Ah!" as he burns himself on the heated body here. Taking 12 reduced to 6 points of fire damage. And then he can do 2 shove attacks. Does he make 2 attack? No, he's an NPC. He doesn't get that ability. Mac.
All right, so Hector had 2 potions on his belt still, right? Or he had 1. We had 2 and we used 1.
We just used 1. He has 1 left.
All right. I'm going to run over and try to grab the one that's on his belt.
Okay, you have a potion?
And administer it.
Okay. It is a potion of healing. Hector, you heal for 10 HP as Mac pours this down your throat. You wake up, but your throat feels really dry and chapped for some reason, and more so than the fire around you.
You smell the terrible breath as Mac says, "It's up to you now, buddy." End of turn.
Hector.
Hector.
On the ground, I cast Magic Missile as a 1st level spell. That's my last spell slot.
Okay.
As it goes... Oh, okay. Last time I pressed it as a 1st level instead of a 2nd level by accident. So this is still a 1st level. Or, this is a 1st level.
Gotcha.
So it's 5 times 3, so 15.
15 points. This thing's kind of being torn apart now as his force is kind of putting holes in it. Poof, 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 poof. You can now see through the holes inside, floating on the inside of this thing's body, is this Second Sun artifact. Bright, beautiful, just kind of in there. You can see it's kind of exposed, the lights like pouring out of the holes like radiant beams. And as it does that, you suddenly start having disadvantage on all your attacks, Hector, as the sunlight is just so bright in front of you.
That's good. I am going to slightly move, stand up and move so that, there's less chance of us getting just breathed on.
Okay, and this guy's looking bad, too. So, Nikos.
Is he flying? No, he's on the ground,
He's
right?
on the ground right now, yeah. Sorry, I should remove
Okay.
the flying emblem. Because he used all his movement to bash into you. Or charge into you. Nikos.
Okay, I will give it another Sacred Flame. Let's see if we can...
He succeeds, and give me a Sacred Flame, please. Or Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw. 20.
You're getting so lucky. As he just deflects it once more. It's kind of like the mirror shield. It's like, ding, poof, and you're just dodging out of the way of the attack. It's like you're fighting a ghast in Minecraft. You're the ghast. He's deflecting. Anything else?
No, that's all.
Okay. That's the messenger's turn. See if he gets his flame breath back. Man, he's not going to get back at all today. He doesn't need it, yeah. He's going to ram into Cedric. Missing Cedric.
Oh, thank goodness.
Ram again. That time will hit as he knocks Cedric unconscious. Cedric goes down. Tell my mom I love her.
No, Cedric, you're coming back.
And then he goes flying another 30 feet away and into the air. You can take an op attack, Hector.
No, I learned my lesson last time.
Okay.
The sun was floating when we saw it originally, right?
Yes, he was floating up
Okay.
above the
Cool.
arena.
Just making sure.
Cedric does a death saving throw. Bum, bum. Wow, he rolled a nat 1. Cedric fails 2 saves.
Oh, no.
Mac.
Okay, Mac's gonna fire an arrow at this thing.
Your bow isn't forming even more. It's starting to solidify even harder. It's starting to like turn into what looks almost like wood, but not quite. A 23 will hit. As the 8 piercing just right in the back of this thing, he's like almost falls out of the sky as your adamantine arrow comes zooming right back into your bow once more.
End of turn.
Would it be any different if it was 9? Like you said, it's a +1, right?
I fixed that. It's plus.
Oh, you fixed it. Okay. Cool.
Nice. I didn't even realize you fixed it. I assume you have a +2 dex then.
Right.
Hector.
Well, now all I got is magic, and that'll probably reflect back to me, but let's give it a try. I kind of advance closer to it as I go another sapping sting. Con save.
It succeeds. Give me a con save, please.
I will.
You manage to hold
Okay.
back your own sapping sting as it gets reflected back on you, preventing yourself from being having your energy sapped as it returns its head back towards you.
Come at me!
Nikos.
Nikos is going to move to, let's say, here, and then get in range to cast Healing Word on Cedric.
Okay.
I will click that. That's my last spell slot. And as an action, Sacred Flame, of course.
As radiant light kind of flushes over Cedric, he goes, as he looks around, he goes, oh man, that hurt. And you cast Sacred Flame. Wow, that is the 3rd time it is crit on a spell save. Give me a dexterity saving throw, Nikos.
Oh,
That'll
yeah.
fail. You take 1 radiant damage as this thing gets deflected back into your face. You're still kind of looking at Cedric standing up, making sure he's okay as the Sacred Flame just bashes you right in the face, searing your fur a little bit.
That's all.
Okay, that's the messenger's turn. He's going to come flying over here to Mac. He's going to ram into Mac.
No!
Miss.
Oh,
Crit fail misses. He does it again.
Hits for 8.
15 hits.
I'm out.
You take an additional 3d6 bludgeoning. Taking 6, so yeah, you get knocked down as he bashes right into your head. You immediately fall unconscious. He flew 30 feet here, so he's going to fly another 30 feet this way. Into the air once more. Cedric stands up. Gotta protect my friends as he walks over to Mac. Don't die on me. And he's gonna do a medicine check to see if he can stabilize you, Mac. Oh no.
Can Cedric use the bow since he's a fighter?
No. He would have to try.
you could use the javelin that was set on the ground, right?
Yeah. He's just out of range of the javelin, but he's gonna take it. What's the javelin's range? Like 20, 80?
30.
30, 180. Or 30, 120.
30, 120. All right, he's gonna throw it. He goes, "Take this!" and he throws the javelin at it. I think it's the same as his longsword, right? What are javelins? 1d8 or 1d6?
D6.
Yeah, I'll just roll different damage. It goes flying, lands in the lava behind it. He goes, "Damn it! Don't die on me, Mac." Yeah, give me a death saving throw.
All right.
Rolling at 20. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Oh, there's not a thing. There's not a thing I can just click. Where's okay, D20. Here we go.
Yeah, there's a thing you can click. If you click where your health is. You rolled a nat 20! Mac, you wake up with 1 HP. You're at the beginning of your turn. You can take your turn now.
I stand up and fire an arrow.
You stand up. You feel Nidlea's holy light is kind of like filling you, or some god's light. You're not entirely sure. As you kind of like see all throughout your body are these kind of like little sprouts of berries just kind of peering within your fur. Ching, 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 ching. You see these kind of other berries kind of forming off of your horns. You stand up with renewed vigor. You feel good. You feel great. You look
All
up.
right, Nylea, you've made your point. Now let's take it down. 17 to hit.
17 will hit. For another 8 piercing. And as you do, you finally nail it right through the head of this Purporosus messenger. It turns, its head kind of cranks off and falls down. It comes crashing down in the sky as it, like a meteor, crashes into the ground, leaving a small crater into the thing as it lands in front of Nikos' feet. And it's just... The wings fall down. It lays motionless and stops moving. As this happens, suddenly the back of the messenger rips open. It starts melting. It's melting away. You see gold is kind of dripping into the inside of it. Ching, 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 as the body kind of starts forming away. Nikos, right in front of you, this glowing radiant sun begins floating out of the body of the messenger's stomach. It's hovering in the air, about 3 feet off the ground, slowly rising. You could feel the heat pouring off of it, but it doesn't seem to burn you. You see this bright... It looks exactly like the sun outside. Little plumes are falling off of it. It's waiting out light all over the air. What would you guys like to do?
How's your time, my friend?
Go ahead.
I'll put away my mace and grab this thing. See if I can.
As you do, and you reach out, the light gets even brighter, reading throughout the entire chamber. All of the shadows suddenly disappear around you. You can't look straight at it, Hector, as this is bright sunlight. It's really hurting your eyes. Cedric is kind of like looking out in wonder. You place your hand on it. It doesn't feel hot at all. It's cool to the touch.
Excellent. We got it, guys. Let's get out of here.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah, take it away from the volcano. Hopefully, she was just lying, and it's not too late.
Says a little prayer to Helioid, and like.
Can we check what's down here?
And thanks for getting us all through this.
You pull it in close. As you do, Nikos, you feel something on your bag. You kind of turn around, you see that the star emblem on your saddlebags is glowing brightly, also radiating this beautiful light off of it.
Do I have something in there that might be important? I don't remember.
Mac goes over and looks in the saddlebag.
Mac, you open up the saddlebag, and inside of you see this dimensional space that is significantly larger than the saddlebag. All of the items that Nikos had in it are down below, about 6 feet down inside the hole.
Looks like a place for you to put the spear.
I think you're right. Okay, stay safe, tough guy, and I'll put the sphere down in the bag.
Place the sphere in the bag, and that's will end our session.
Very nice.
Cool. Well done, guys. Good job. Hey, well, you did it. You beat the messenger. Good job. That's what the whole thing's been leading up to thus far.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. So, Let's do piety then, shall we? Everybody automatically earns 1 point of piety for defeating the Perforos's messenger and completing the goals of your gods. So you guys automatically get that, but you can earn another one if you feel like you have, well, done something other than that to further your god's goals. So let's start, as always, with CJ. Hector. Hector, how do you feel you furthered Clothus's goals, other than obviously defeating the messenger today?
Well, I think another big point, at least, would be stopping. What was her name? Daphne.
Daphne.
Daphne. At least in my eyes, right now, for as Hector, it seemed like she was pretty wild for at least being a follower of Iroas, and wanting to devastate the whole lands around it, and that seems like a pretty big, like, yeah, she's affecting destiny in a way that is not meant or intended to be, especially working, of course, with Perforos, or who knows, Phoenix, and causing this explosion and kind of stopping her, and putting to a stop to it. Just seems like she's going so hard against destiny that it was intended for her to be stopped.
Yeah, so Hector definitely feel like she was twisting destiny to her own wills and desires and shaping it to what she thought was the truth, instead of following its path. So yeah, I'll give you piety for that. Sounds good. Nikos.
Yeah, that Daphne was definitely an enemy of Helioid there. She certainly had nothing good to say about him. And clearly her goals or Perforos's goals are going to put a whole lot of polises in danger. And I know that's one of the things that Helioid wants us to stop, protect the polises. So, yeah, I think, I mean, and obviously, like, this was the culmination of actually grabbing the orb and the artifact and all there. So, yeah, it feels like a big step forward.
Yeah, sure. I mean, definitely. I mean, this is more than worthy of piety overall. Yelling at Daphne because she was insulting our Heliod. I mean, ultimately, you guys threw her into lava, which is pretty scary. But I mean, a follower of Heliod would definitely do that if somebody insulted Heliod. So, yeah, piety for sure. Mac, I mean, you had a pretty big moment here.
Yeah, I think so. I think the moment where Mac kind of made the connection between what he wants in the world and what Nylea wants, and that they're one and the same, and that leap of faith that he was just hoping that she would give him what he needed at that moment, and she did.
Yeah, and something crazy came out of it too. And Nylea is definitely pretty happy with you, so you're gonna go ahead and earn another point of piety. So 2 points of piety all around. One for completing the quest, and one for just being good champions, guys. Good job, well done. Give yourselves a hand for sure. Cool. So we will pick back up again next week, maybe with a guest. I'll see. We'll see. We might line something up for next week. A fourth player.
Did this put anyone at 10 piety, or are
you would be the closest?
No, Nikos is now at 10.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I missed it twice. One time because I wasn't here for a week, and another because I just didn't earn it for a week. So now I'm equal with the session number. So I'm on session 9. This is 9th piety I'm getting.
What about I know Mac is probably behind. You're probably like 7 or
8. I have not kept track. Sorry to say.
8. Oops.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Nikos is 1 ahead of me. So
are you at 10, Nikos?
I'm at 10 now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. So Nikos will get something new next week probably. Cool. Congratulations, guys. I'll have some stuff to say to you after the session as well. But we will pick back up same time next week, 8 o'clock. Let me do some shout outs here of stuff and things and places. Pull it up. Don't have it up. Stall for time for me.
I loved the way the dice just worked in our favor, especially the nat 20 on the death saving row at the end there.
Yeah.
Telemachus.
Well, I think we had some great strategy there, trying to like knocking her out, getting rid of her weapon, moving her away from the
We-
weapon, all that stuff.
We used so much non-damaging actions that fight, and it worked out super well.
Sapping Strike is really, really. I think it's really strong. I didn't like. We were talking about it when we were first thinking about taking it, and it seemed like okay.
Damage is iffy. It's the prone that is what's the good
Yeah,
part.
especially against a flying creature like that. It's really good. So I want to thank Chill Touch. Chill Touch has made a lot of the God music I'm using here. So Perforos's theme song that I used during those last 2 fights, as well as Heliod's theme song after you defeated. He's got this whole cool playlist that he's making of just like Theros themed songs. I love it all. I love the whole playlist. So check that out. I got a couple of songs I use for the downtimes from CJ Beards, as well as from Super Epic Music Library, whatever. Those are in the description below. Thank you to everybody whose maps I use, including this one. Their Patrons are down below. And thank you, of course, to my players for playing along with me in this this first arc of the campaign. As we still have a few more things that you guys can kind of check out and look through before we get out of here. But cool. Thanks, guys. If you're interested in seeing more from us, Puny Paladin and CJ both play with me in a Monday campaign on my channel, Corespire. I don't. Do you have anything you need to? You need to get something to shout out, Sepoli. I'm telling you.
I've got nothing.
You got nothing. Nothing.
All of my games are private.
He plays private games. You guys want to commission him to play a game? Let him know. I guess I don't know. Cool. Thanks, guys. I will see you next week. Love you. Bye.
Bye.